chat. Hope you're having a good day, good night, good morning. We were talking about girl things, you know.
Yeah, Mizi said that he was pregnant, and I said it's no wonder that he was extra moody lately.
Yes. I'll be extra moody next week, because I'm having surgery on Friday.
I'm back.
How?
Welcome back. How was your trip?
I didn't know you took a trip. You didn't tell me.
I just... I said I was leaving, and then I quickly left.
But chat, I have something terrible for you all today. They did a 30th anniversary shirt. Oh, the Shinji x Asuka thing is canon.
Oh, I actually looked into it. Apparently, it was people just were spreading misinformation that it was canon. It was literally just Asuka thinking about the life she could have had and then rejecting it. But for the past 48 hours, the Asuka fans had a W.
I'm sorry, how is it misinformation?
So what happened was that people thought it was canon that like Asuka and Shinji get together, and then earlier today they uploaded the full short. The full short's context is actually Asuka just thinking about the life she could have with Shinji.
Well, don't start it yet.
I was trying to arrange the windows. I'm sorry. And it kept like fumbling and like moving all the slides and stuff together.
Kendra is very bad at this.
I'm trying.
She's a woman. It's okay. It's passable. She just has to be like, haha, teehee, oopsie, haha.
Haha, teehee, you all annoy me.
Haha, teehee.
That's literally just been me on Twitter the past couple of days. I'm like, y'all are so freaking annoying, so I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah.
I haven't been super active on Twitter besides what I post, and then I just close it and then I ignore it.
Good.
So what were you saying about it, Kendra? It just wasn't real.
It was more of like her thought process. Like Shinji was asking, like, come with her to like bring her along, and she's like, oh, this is like the life I could have with you, like the whole like pixie manic dream boy, like the life I can have with you. Somebody was like, oh, the gender
pixie
binary,
manic
but, like,
dream boy.
Yes,
that what we're calling
because
it.
a little bit. At least that's what somebody else described it. I don't know. I don't watch Evangelion. I need to though. But basically, she was like, "Oh, this is the life I can have with you." But because she's a strong, I can't even say strong, independent woman. More like just a hard-headed girl. She's like, "I'm not gonna just accept this happiness. I'm gonna go fight for it myself and then earn it and stuff like that." So again, for the last 48 to 24 hours, Evangelion Asuka fans, you had your W until misinformation was corrected. I know the Studio Kara has been pushing for legal action for people who were leaking the short, though.
I did not know about that one. That one's a new...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so because people were spreading the misinformation and leaking the images of Asuka's supposed happy life with Shinji, Studio Kara, the people that now own Evangelion, were like, first off, we didn't say you could leak it, and if we catch you, we're going to sue you.
That's funny.
Can you review Mother's Basement's piracy video? I'll have to look into it, because last I checked it got removed for DMCA claims. Which is...
The piracy video got removed for piracy.
But today, chat, we're gonna watch a girl talk about Dandadan. Which, remember, especially with these smaller creators, do not go harassing nobody. We don't do that here.
I mean, Mizu, technically, yes, I'm gonna pull that. You're smaller than this person, so it's punching up for you. It's punching up for me. It's punching up for Kendra. So we're punching up. We ain't punching down.
Well, fair. Still, no harassing people.
Yeah, no harassing people, but technically we are the smaller ones here.
Thank you, Nerdy Tech's an accountant for a member for 6 months. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. We are. Thank you. But well, from what I gather, she, for whatever reason, covers shonen, but like from the female perspective.
Oh my god.
And I wasn't sure about it because I opened it. I preview everything before we watch it. So I watched a little bit of it and I was like, wow, it's kind of boring at first. But then she kind of just goes off the rails at one point. And I was like, you know what? We could do this. Let's do this one. I hope you're both excited and ready.
We'll see. We'll see how it
Always.
goes.
So, I've been watching Dandadan weekly, and as of the date of this video, I've just watched the most recent episode titled Merge Serpo Dover Demon Nessie. And trust me, I'm just as surprised as you are with the title of this video because I thought I'd like the show by now. Even before its premiere, this anime has received so much praise. Everyone is unanimously glazing this anime up and down every social media platform. Finding a contrasting opinion is like finding diversity in an early 2000s Abercrombie and Fitch store. It's either you...
What do you think of the reference?
You know,
Early 2000s Abercrombie and Finch.
Listen, I'd be upset, but she's not wrong. But because of how she's saying it, I gotta disagree with you.
Fair, fair.
You love Dandadan or you don't exist. In my fall anime watch list video, I made a short review of my first impressions of Dandadan, and my verdict was that the first episode made me feel like I needed to wash my hands. No disrespect. The characters felt tropey in a weird way, the dub voice acting felt just a tad bit cringy, but the animation was cool.
Maybe you shouldn't watch dub.
No way! English dub of anime sounding a little cringy. No! Really?
My thing is like, okay, it's like the characters are tropey. Yeah, it's supposed to appeal. It's supposed to do that. That's the whole point because it's appealing to boys who want that. And number two, the reason why it sounds cringe is not just because of the VAs. It could be because, and get this, it's anime. Anime is cringe. And a good kind of cringe. But people like to pretend it isn't.
I don't know. So,
It's
something I've gotten with a lot of English dubs is they come off more cringe than I think the original Japanese does. Because they sound like they're embarrassed while they're reading it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Listen, I said that
it's
about
like
the
some
early
dubs. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, what is it? That's like what I remember talking about this like last time cuz it's more if you actually cuz like I used to like listen to a lot of dubs and the dubs from like the 2000s and 2010s are not the same as like the 2020s now because it feels like back then people were genuinely acting and nowadays and this is more on female VAs, they're embarrassed about sounding as anime as possible whereas the guys are like fully embracing the anime roots. So they stop doing the high-pitched voice because it's like, I don't want to sound a cringe in like anime. And it's like, well, yeah, but you're using your normal voice and you suck at acting because you never took acting classes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like some dubs do sound a lot better than the subs. Like, for example, in my humble opinion, or on High School Host Club, that absolute perfection for English. Black Butler. I will never get over Michael J. Tatum and his voice for Sebastian. I will die on this hill. He is perfect. No one else can replace him for me. And it was this Friday, I believe. I'm going to be watching the Hellsing Ultimate English dub because I only ever watched it in Japanese for the past like 18 years. and I was told that the dub is actually a lot better, and I'm like, okay, we'll watch it in the Discord server on Friday, I guess. But I don't know. I think the one thing of that's my favorite part of the Japanese audio is when the major is doing his whole speech in the final episode, and he just keeps saying the Japanese word for "we" over and over again, and it's just the funniest sounding thing ever. It's just like all you hear for 5 minutes straight is just ware ware wa, ware ware wa, and I'm like, oh god.
It's so good though.
It is.
Like continuing like off of that, like a good example, a good dub I like watched and then rewatched recently was the Baccano dub. And it was because I was trying to see, like, it was at the time I had rewatched anniversary movies for one of my favorite series that had like actually a pretty great dub, Mawadu Penguin Drum. And so I was like, all right, I want to rewatch Baccano and I want to see if this is really as good as people say, because I was like a kid who couldn't really understand it back then. And one of the biggest distinctions in the dub is there's a character named, there's two characters named Isaac and Maria. Isaac sounds pretty similar to his Japanese dub, but Maria's voice actress has a more deeper tone than the original Japanese version. Guess what? She plays it even better than the original Japanese version because even though she's not as quote unquote high pitched, she's enjoying her time. If you don't enjoy your time and you're constantly feeling embarrassed just because you don't want to sound like an anime character, you might want to just go to Disney Channel or something. I meant what I said.
Fair.
Go to Disney Channel, go to Disney Junior, because you're gonna get rid of the shame. Because if you can't act in this industry, I don't want to hear you. I always say the worst thing to happen in dubs is simulcasting, because it brought a bunch of newbies that you're hearing always doing the dubbing a week in advance. And a week in advance, and they all sound really bad. Like specifically like the My Hero Academia dub. The My Hero Academia dub was pretty big and everyone sounded really good because they were either people already in the industry or they were coming off of the online space of a bridge series, and they all sounded amazing. Then throughout the years, everyone kind of started, like half the cast sounded like they were professionals who were like they've done dubbing for like a good while, and the other half of the cast kind of sounded like they couldn't care less.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got to continue.
Sorry.
Kendra got the tangent going on.
Cool, and I knew how much you guys enjoyed it, so I was determined to continue and watch it until I really liked it too. 9 episodes later, and I have yet to understand what makes this anime of the year worthy. As so many of you guys have stated, I initially thought my dislike for this anime stemmed from something I simply wasn't understanding. Another reason could be just pure annoyance with how overwhelmingly hyped up this anime was. I seriously considered if I was just being a hater. But, I don't think that's what it is. If something is truly amazing, I have no problem agreeing with the masses. That's why I love K-pop. But before I...
So, I have this opinion about most things. If you cannot see why a majority of people like a thing, like you just physically cannot see it, then you are a bad reviewer. Just plain and simple. Like, I literally rag on SAO like every time we do this, and I genuinely think it is a steaming pile of dog crap. However, I can sit here, and if you asked me, well, why do people like it, then I'd be like, oh yeah, don't worry, I have a list for you. I can tell you exactly why people like it. Because it's not that hard to realize why other people would like something.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think Marvel movies suck. If you ask me why people like Marvel movies, I'm like, okay, yeah, they got decent action, they got decent fight choreography, they look pretty for the most part, it revitalizes, like, characters that people love seeing from their past, their childhood, they've seen before. Like, I could go down the list. Doesn't mean that I don't think they're dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you're sitting here telling me, like, all these people love Dandadan, and I just can't see why they like it. I can't see why it's, anime of the year material to them. Well, then you're a bad reviewer. You suck.
Not everybody should have a microphone. I keep telling you this every single week.
Like, how do you not see why people like it? I'm not even that interested in watching it, and I'm like, if nothing else, you have to be like, it looks really good. And it's very colorful. The art style is extremely pleasing to the eye.
Dive into what I dislike about this anime, please understand that this isn't a personal attack on anyone who enjoys it. It's simply a matter of personal taste. I hope you won't take any of my opinions too personally or harshly. In this video, I'm sharing my perspective and explaining why I believe this anime, which relies on basic tropes and pandering fan service, is being universally praised despite, in my view, being subpar. Please like or dislike, comment, share, and subscribe, and check out my other videos. Thanks for watching in advance. So I'm hearing why you guys like this anime. You all say the same things. It's peak cinema. Its fight scenes are magnificent. The two main characters have so much chemistry. It's a shonen, but with the best love story ever. And I feel like you all can't be telling the same lie. But at the same time, I just don't see evidence of this. Yet. Except the animation, I agree, most of the time that is good. Now, the power scaling doesn't make sense to me at all. Please feel
I fucking hate power scalers. Like, oh, the power scaling doesn't make sense. Who cares? The fuck are you talking about?
I don't care about the power scaling. I just want to see the. Listen, people who actually really like a series don't care about the power scaling. I like Dragon Ball. I could care less about the power scaling because I'm here for a good time with good characters. I don't care.
Power scalers are cringe and gay. Like, just blanket.
Like, the power system doesn't make sense. I don't care about that. I want to see what cool powers they unlock. Even, like, what is it? Like, using Dragon Ball again. Like, back then, there used to be a magazine that kept track of everyone's powers. Yeah, after like, the Cell saga, they stopped doing that. Why? Because it started getting ridiculous.
Exactly. I don't know. I always thought the over 9,000 thing. Somebody told me, like, in meta speaking, it was supposed to be a meme to say that power levels were fake.
What is it? It's not that they're fake. It's like it's supposed to be like an in-canon reason for like why Vegeta thinks he's like superior, that this like country bumpkin has like better power than him. Then of course people took it seriously and they started scaling it. But again, people stopped doing that because eventually the powers, everybody started reaching like the millions. Like the last time they scaled it in the Japanese magazines. And again, the moment you keep scaling that high is the moment you're like, all right, we got to stop this.
Yeah. Like, just end it. Call it a day. Sweep it.
Yeah.
Feel free to nerd-splain it in the comments because genuinely, I don't get it. In my opinion, a key quality of most anime that achieve the status of masterpiece and deserve it is their ability to captivate viewers from the very first episode. And for most of you, I guess episode 1 did just that. For me, the only thing I remember after watching the first episode was the setup of a tropey couple, a feisty cool girl, and an antisocial otaku boy, dong and ball jokes, which come to find out is a permanent punchline throughout the series thus far, and really uncomfortable fan service with a bonus potential grape scene of a minor.
How do we feel?
Already
my God.
Like a salad. First off, it's almost like, get this, teenage boys think ball jokes are the best thing in the world. So why not make a character like that?
Heck, it's not even just teenage boys that like the dick and ball jokes. All men love the dick and ball jokes.
Yep.
See?
And I know what she's talking about, the potential grape, the potential grape scene. It's like, yeah, the series portrays it as a bad thing.
It's like, supposed to make you uncomfortable.
Well, you see, what is it? It's like when people, what is it? Like a year ago, somebody was like, man, I like Dandadan, but I don't like the fact that they made this potential grape scene of a minor. They should have aged her up instead. And my response literally was, so you want to see a potential grape scene of an adult? That'll make you more comfortable?
Yeah.
I swear, every time you do that voice, I just keep wanting to say, man, Midoriya, careful.
Women have
Oh
worse
my
smut than
God.
this. They do.
Again, I am not looking forward to people like this making analysis videos on fucking rants because that's coming.
Yeah,
Especially with hit scenes like this.
Reigning Terror for 5. The ultimate tourist, since 99% of anime characters are high schoolers or 16.
Yeah.
I said
Like,
this
what is
the
it?
other day. I forget what the conversation was about. But they're like, I don't understand why people watch anime with high school kids. And I was like, you mean like all of them? What are you talking about?
Not only that, it's like the reason why is because adults, they don't got it all figured out, but they got it more figured out than like a kid.
Yeah.
Like if I wanted to see a series about like an adult doing this cool stuff, that'd be interesting. But you're trying to, again, Shonen Jump is in a shonen magazine geared at like 13 to 18-year-old boys and 13 to 18-year-old girls. This is what they're going to think. This is how they're going to act. They're gonna be relatable. Like, what is it? Recently there was that whole like thing where somebody was like, I love Kill la Kill. It's so funny. But why are they underage? And it's like, you just missed the entirety of the entire story.
Yeah. They don't
It's like
get
a
it.
coming of age story. It's like, why are you upset that this coming of age story is about a girl coming of age?
Ugh.
Not the best first impression, for me anyways. Fast forward to episode 7, titled To a Kinder World, an episode that received so much praise all over the internet, where after they...
Bro, I haven't even really watched
God.
Dandadan, and I've seen this scene, and it fucking hurts.
I cried like a little bit.
It
Probably
fucking
because it
hurts
hits me
to
a little
watch.
differently, but
Like, it is sad. I hope she has something good to say about it.
flukily beat the acrobatic Silky Demon, terrible name, we get a tragic flashback explanation of the human behind the demon. And yeah, it was brutal and sad and very similar to the Demon Slayer formula. I don't have a problem with seeing similar storytelling styles in anime. However, it's hard to take scenes like that seriously after 20 minutes of dong and ball jokes. When I heard people comparing...
That's the
really?
point. That's the point. You think it's supposed to be a normal battle? Not only that, like everybody already complains about the whole thing with Demon Slayer because at the end of the day, they did it to themselves.
Yeah.
That's the reason why that was Demon Slayer. Same thing happened here, but in the opposite direction. She didn't do it to herself. She didn't mean to even cause all this. But the fact that somebody reached out to her only after she died, that's what makes it tragic.
Yeah.
Oh
it's like, okay, that whole like, from haha to serious just reminds me of the movie Jojo Rabbit, where it's like, haha funny satire movie, and then where'd my funny movie go? Where'd it go? Where'd my funny movie go?
Yeah, it gets real serious right at the end.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't get it. It's supposed to do that. It's supposed to bring you up so high, only just to immediately toss you down the cliff it brought you to the top of. So when you hit the bottom, it hurts so much worse.
Yeah, it's like another series that does that fairly well is, everybody's favorite magical girl series, Madoka Magica, where it's just like,
it's cute little magical girls for like 3 episodes. And then just Mammy eats shit.
It's like
never back.
Yeah, just mommy teaching them how to do things, and then just, death.
They even do it. They even bring you higher and higher with her whole scene because she's like excited. She's having fun. She's like, oh yes, I brought them into it, and they're like they're nice and friendly and yada yada yada. And then she just dies.
She was happy to have friends. She was saying that she was happy to finally have friends, and I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, no.
I can't take this scene seriously when she was just happy a minute ago.
Well, you see, the difference is that she's a girl enjoying girl things, And here we have teenagers acting like teenagers.
Archmagos for 5. Tragedy is part of life. For the love of God, or these people have never experienced any hardship to the front for these.
No.
It's wild.
Demon Slayer and audaciously claiming it was better, I nearly fell out of my chair. How dare you all collectively lie, and so close to Christmas. Shame on you. Dandadan isn't touching Demon Slayer.
Dandadan isn't touching Demon Slayer. Hun, Demon Slayer fucking sucks.
Demon Slayer has made the normie anime fans so much worse. It has done more damage than One Piece will ever do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because they think, what is it? It's like the whole thing with solo leveling and SAO, that it has good animation that tricks you into thinking that it is the most peak thing ever, and it's just generic. Now, the animation is good. I'm not saying the characters aren't likable. It's sold a lot of copies for a reason. But to literally sit there and be like, I think Demon Slayer is better than Dandadan, despite doing the same pattern over and over and over again. No.
You want a proper hot take?
What?
Demon Slayer is just this generation's Naruto.
I would only say hot take only because Demon Slayer fans aren't trying to argue online instead of watching their own series, because their sequel series sucks so bad. Like, yeah. I don't know what's up with Naruto fans, but they will do everything but watch their series.
No, Boruto fans are different than Naruto fans. That was supposed to be Black Clover.
Clover is actually enjoyable.
I'd rather take Demon Slayer over Naruto. I'd take Naruto over Demon Slayer.
Same. Yeah. I'm waiting for the return of Blue Exorcist, even though I don't like the new art style.
It has to be done. It has to be done.
Listen. I don't like the new updated art styles of a lot of these studios. I had to cope with that fact with the new seasons of Black Butler, where Sebastian just looks like a little soft boy, and I'm like, no.
Well, you see,
no, where'd my king go?
Listen, the only reason why they couldn't keep the old animation was because the old director passed, and that's the only reason why.
Fair.
I know, and it's closer to the manga style as well, but still, it's like CL, sure, get him looking nice and soft and everything. It's okay, but yeah. I'm still getting used to the new Sebastian.
Ano 7 for
looks
5.
Fucking fantastic.
I care about what happened to Momo. Don't care that Okarun lost his rod and balls stolen by an old woman. Why do all these types act the same?
This is probably the first person who actually brought that up in its entirety that I've seen online with Dandadan. Because everyone always focuses on Momo, and they're like, and I'm just like, so you're okay that this entire series is about this boy's balls being stolen? This is probably the first person I've seen just online, period, that has a problem about ball jokes.
Exactly.
I don't know how many more seasons the series has the potential to have, but 9 episodes into season 1, it's safe to say that this show has nothing on the first season of Demon Slayer specifically, and that's including animation and the opening theme song. You guys need to stop lying to yourself.
Oh my god.
Look, you can cope all you want, and people can be as upset as they want, is that like now anime openings are just like screenshots with a good song in the background. But pretending that the Creepy Nuts opening doesn't hold a candle to Demon Slayer, you are smoking crack. There's a reason after that Creepy Nuts has been the opener for like 10 different anime.
And also the fact that, what was it? So many animation memes or like VTubers wanting to get their avatars redrawn in that exact same style is insane. It's like, I didn't see any for any of the Demon Slayer stuff. Hell, I don't even see requested like scene redraws or stuff like that with other VTubers for anything for Demon Slayer compared to Dandadan.
Yeah. I'm gonna say a hot take too. I think modern Lisa, is not as good as old Lisa, because I think Creepy Nuts it's good. That's a hot take. Yes, I don't like Lisa. I don't like Lisa's more modern songs, especially for Demon Slayer. They sound too generic. They don't sound as good as like freaking the literal fake incest series that was the magical irregular at magical high school. It just sounds generic compared to
Also,
say something like Creepy Nuts.
I hate to like rag on Demon Slayer more, right? I actually don't. I don't care. I hate Demon Slayer. But like, look, Demon Slayer has perfectly fine animation. However, it is generic as fuck. It is the most quintessential, this is an anime animation that you have ever seen in your life. It has no like style that is specific to it. There's nothing that makes it stand out from any other anime.
What is it?
Also, don't forget, it's always funny when you think about the mangaka for Demon Slayer says that, you know, the breathing techniques, all that fancy shit that goes around them, it's just all in their heads.
Yeah. Was it
It's just all in their heads.
Yeah.
Was it someone said SAO intro or Demon Slayer? Oh yeah, no, I hate the SAO intros too. Like I said, I think SAO and Demon Slayer, those are like Lisa at her worst.
I also know it's completely unfair, but SAO's opening got absolutely mogged by fucking Log Horizon's opening. Because Man on a Mission is just fucking great. It's not even a fair comparison, but I have to bring it up every time because the shows had similar premises to a degree.
Listen, it took how many years for Log Horizon to get back on the on air?
To be fair, he went to prison, so he had an excuse. Rip Hog Log Horizon. We got a season 3. Granted, I actually don't think the later seasons were as good. The first season was so good. It's possibly because he was in prison for so long. Yes, chat, he was in prison for tax evasion, which is, of course, the most based crime you can commit.
It made me wonder, to what standard are you guys judging this anime on? Because it can't be to the same standard that we judge actual amazing anime like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Death Note, or Attack on Titan.
I like how she throws in like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is like a genuinely considered one of the greatest anime of all time, and then just goes, and Death Note and Attack on Titan. Honey. Death Note was a product of its time, but Death Note is mid as fuck. If we're all gonna be honest with each other. Also, Attack on Titan sucked ass after the first season.
Listen, I'm only upset with Attack on Titan because it brought a lot of pseudo-intellectuals in this place who want to pretend like, yeah, guys, see, Attack on Titan is proof that anime is political. And it's like, that's not what we mean by anime isn't political.
Do we know what,
Yeah.
You know what my favorite piece of Attack on Titan lore is?
What?
Attack on Titan was not supposed to exist past season 1.
Oh, I know about that one.
Yeah, for chat who doesn't know, Attack on Titan, when it was being written, the author originally planned for the Colossus Titan to break the second wall, and everybody just died. And that was how it ended. It was supposed to just be like a grimdark, and everybody died. But he had so many of his fans like reading the book that were making all these theories for how the characters were going to end up turning around and beating the Titans. And he's like, well, fuck, I can't just end my series now. I have to keep it going and come up with a way for the heroes to win. So that's how we ended up with Titan shifters and all this other shit. It originally was supposed to be just like a grimdark ending.
Huh, that explains why when I first saw it, I was kind of confused where Titan shifting fit in, because the first couple of episodes did not feel like that was heading in that direction at all.
Yeah, it really wasn't. But that was the only way he could come up with a way for them to fight back was, well, they have to have Titans too. And that's how it was going to end.
So the ending would have sucked.
Yeah.
Telling by how that would have had it. Listen, nobody can be as dark as Berserk.
The ending sucked already.
But it could have sucked more.
I don't know. I honestly think the cuck ending is pretty bad.
there were some bonus pages.
Wasn't Aaron Titan shifting really early? It was in the show. It was not in the light novel.
Don't worry, Mizu. There were some extra pages. I mean, granted, the extra pages were hinting that the cycle starts over again, but there were extra pages. But okay, it was a movie. It was a movie all along. The anime retconned all of it.
When I hear other creators express their
Oh, sorry, I meant to Internet Zen Master for 5. Me just enjoying the opening for guys like Black Lagoon and Zetman, looking at these newer openings and going pathetic.
Here's the thing, there's some really good anime openings nowadays. Again, Creepy Nuts is a really good example. The problem is you can tell when a singer is at their best, and you can tell when they got a really popular show and are phoning it in.
Honestly, one of the best openings ever will forever be the fucking Naruto opening, Heroes Come Back. Those guys made Heroes Come Back, which was probably one of the most banger anime openings ever, and then just fell off the face of the earth. Which is even funnier by the fact that their band name was Nobody Knows.
Listen, sometimes you just want to be a one-hit wonder.
Yeah. Nobody Knows made Heroes Come Back and then just fucking disappeared.
Angel Beats opening is great too. Yeah, and again, the Angel Beats.
Oh, you know, My Soul Your Beats is fantastic.
Like what? Like the Lisa version of Your Soul My Beats was not phoning it in. SAO and Demon Slayer just sound like she's phoning it in.
Oh, did she do Your Soul My Beats?
Personally, no opening will ever top the first Soul Eater, not Soul Eater, the first Bleach opening. It's great. You can it's great nostalgia for me. It makes me happy.
To be fair, I think the Soul Eater one is also good.
Oh, for fucking sure. I miss Soul Eater.
I think all the best openings, at least for ones that have a chill vibe, are the ones from Holic. All the openings from Holic are really good.
Fair.
Love for this anime, especially coming from those who've read the manga, they often mention that the comedy and romance are the best parts. Although I feel like the plot and action portions of the series are fluky, one thing I do see clearly is the relationship aspect. I love romance and shonen, even if most of the time it isn't ever made to be the center of the story. When I heard that the author of this manga was told to read over, I think you guys said like 100 or a lot of romance-themed manga to assist with writing his character's love story, I became very interested. However, I'm starting to feel like I had too high expectations because I feel like what is being illustrated is very bland and tropey. Ken, or Akarun, is a nerd, no social life, no friends. He commits his life to obsessing over his interests in aliens. Momo is the cool, feisty, pretty girl who has horrible taste in men and idolizes a specific bad boyish actor who has the same name as our male lead. Based on those first appearances, I feel like you can see who the anime's target audience is.
Yeah, teenage boys.
No way.
Because it's a shonen.
And not only that, but if you actually watch the show, it favors Momo. It still favors Momo.
You know, based on that description, I bet you could guess who the anime is targeting. I could guess from the type of anime it was. It's called a shonen. Have you looked up what that is?
Not only that, it's almost like manga and anime is for nerds.
Yeah, like...
It's almost like we're all nerds in this space. Who knew? A thing about nerds appeals to nerds. I wonder what your thoughts are on shoujo. You know these people don't read shoujo. What have I told you guys? These people would rather complain about shonen than actually exit out. What is it? These people would go to the kids section and complain that the kids section is kiddie and then not even just walk to the adult section.
Yeah. Well, Spain for 5. Speaking of changing story, what do you think of Naruto editors preventing Kishimoto from killing off Neji and Choji in the retrieval arc? Misdevelopment. Here's the thing with Kishimoto, right, in Naruto. I don't know how many people know this or don't know this. He had zero idea what he was doing with Naruto at any given time.
I got that 10 MP.
He is famously quoted as saying that the only thing he knew for sure about Naruto was that it had to end with a fight between Naruto and Sasuke. And that was the only thing he 100% knew for sure had to happen in the series. Everything else, he was winging it. An Artemis for 2, no love for Jibo Woes, aka Code Geass.
I'm gonna do another hot take because again, I'm the music junkie, but there are some opening themes that people will praise. I listened to all the opening themes for Code Geass. I thought all of them sucked.
Yeah. Isn't that most authors? I'm pretty sure Berserk's author didn't have a plan for his series. He has a whole Bible written for his series so people could continue it and finish it after his death.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what his team is doing right now, because he left a lot of references for them to go by. They have a pretty good foundation to keep writing for Berserk. They know what Miura wanted for the most part, and for what they said, the next arc is supposed to be worse than the Eclipse. So I can only imagine what the fuck is going to happen.
If you want
I'm
the
not looking forward to it.
the wonderful hot take, after the Chunin exam arc, the only non-filler arc for Naruto across the entire of both series, not Boruto, is the retrieval arc. Literally everything else is filler. Factually speaking, everything else is filler. That's how Sasuke can show up in the middle of the Great Ninja War at the end and technically not have anything to do with either side, but is still the culmination of the entire event.
Like, here's the thing. Most authors, you got some authors like Toriyama, but you got more authors that are probably like Oda, who they have a general outline for what they're going to do in the story, but they leave enough room and freedom to that if they want to change something, they just change it on the fly because it fits better with the story.
Yeah.
Like Alabasta wasn't really supposed to happen, but then he changed Vivi's hairstyle and was like, I want to tell a story about a princess. There you go. And then he wrote one of the best arcs in One Piece.
Internet Zen Master for 10. Maybe it's because I got into Dandadan manga years before this is an anime. This was the Nerds manga for the 2020s. It's a fun shonen manga with horror sci-fi stuff.
I feel like the character of Momo, both in personality and appearance, is designed specifically for a teenage boy, or even more specifically, antisocial, low-key, incel type of man.
We have to bring up incels.
Oh, what the fuck?
That makes no sense.
Momo was specifically designed to be attractive to incels. Okay.
I'm like, have you seen, like, what is it? There were people who were shocked that some things in Shonen Jump flew by, and I'm just like, this is the same magazine that made To Love Ru.
Yeah.
Which is basically just Urusei Yatsura if Ataru was a cuck. That had way more fan service and appealed way more to nerds than Momo ever will.
Yes.
In fact, she is probably the most girl. Like, she is the most designed girl I have ever seen in an anime up to this point, and that's saying a lot.
Yep. Also, I don't care what anyone says. Lala Devil Luke is still like one of my first crushes.
I mean, let's be real here. I didn't even really understand To Love Ru as a child, and even I can understand that. She's literally what is it? To Love Ru is it's literally Urusei Yatsura if Ataru was a cuck. All the designs in that show are really good.
Oh yeah.
I think Ken is designed specifically for those type of guys to see themselves in and therefore believe they have a chance to get with the spicy, idolized hot girl of their dreams, which is fine, I guess. But for me, even though I'm not the target audience, it comes off pandering. Like, remember how during the early 2000s, especially after Twilight came out, every sci-fi-ish romance were using vampire love interests to pander towards women and girls. It feels a lot like that. And for me, that doesn't set up for a good love story, especially.
It's not your love story. It's not for you.
It's for other women who are into that. Like, the reason why it went that way is because that's what women wanted. Because people didn't realize they wanted that. That's why they did it for so long.
Yeah, and you can ugh about the Twilight thing all you want, but the target audience for those books read the shit out of them. Like, just constant. I know, because my fucking mom was one of them, and it was annoying as hell.
Twilight walk so that Minotaur milking could run, if you really think about it.
Oh, God.
Because as I continue to watch, Ken doesn't seem to be very deserving of Momo's immediate affection. Their initial meeting foreshadowed and set the tone for what their relationship has been thus far. And that's Momo doing most of the initiating and Ken doing the bare minimum. It's Momo who stands.
What are you talking about?
I'm so confused. It's like
Momo does the initiating and Ken does the bare minimum.
that's what teenagers do. I don't understand people that like say this stuff about like, yeah, this stuff is geared to teenagers. They're gonna do teenage things. That's how it is.
And also, like this dude has like, you know, he's not social. He's a little antisocial little dude.
The antisocial introvert is being antisocial and introverted in my anime. Must be pandering. It doesn't make any sense.
In my anime. Ugh.
Yeah. No. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it.
Not only that, what is it? My mom has had like friends, and guess what? These are exactly how extroverts are. They'll just go up to somebody and be like, "Hi, you're gonna do a thing with me now," and it's like, I don't really want to, but okay. And you get dragged around. That's what extroverts do. And she's clearly an extroverted teenager. She's literally a gyaru, but people don't like to acknowledge that sometimes because she's not gyaru enough. Like, okay.
Because she's not black.
Well, it's because they acknowledge kogal. Well, tourists in anime don't acknowledge that she's a kogal because she doesn't have the makeup like the other girls.
Exactly. Crazy thing, he's not even that antisocial. Yeah, he could be like way more introvert. I'm probably more introverted than him. I'm not gonna lie. Introverts wait for extroverts to adopt them. Exactly.
Listen, the fact that he's at school is a miracle.
Oh, I have negative MP remote.
Up for him when they first meet. It's Momo who carries the team while they battle their enemies. It's Momo's resources and knowledge that gives them an edge or insight into the demons and demon powers. It's Momo who waits for him at school, solidifying their friendship. And it's Momo who's shown consistently protecting him and developing feelings. As a viewer,
are you upset that the woman character was given stuff to do?
Not only that, if anybody, she's like saying all these things. Yes, because if you actually, I don't even watch Dandadan. And even I can tell that is because the author favors Momo. If you look at interviews for the Dandadan op-ed, he literally said, I wanted Dandadan to star a girl. Okarun is literally tacked on because the editors were like, you need to add a boy protagonist. If it was the author's choice, Momo would be the sole protagonist and Okarun just wouldn't even be here.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Okarun gets like a fairly large role. Like, I don't 100% know what she's talking about.
No, the thing is, he gets a large role, but like when initially coming up with the concept, like Okarun, like he did not exist. Like if this series, like now, obviously that the series is more popular and obviously the series just exists in general, Okarun does things. But if the editors never interfered, he wouldn't exist at all because the author didn't really want to do that in the first place.
You know what she probably hates? Probably hates Soul Eater.
Probably.
Well, think about it. Most of Soul Eater is Maka doing basically everything and dragging all of her friends along. I bet she's sitting here like, oh, fucking Soul just sits as a scythe the whole time, and Maka has to swing him around. Like, what the fuck is this? Why is this woman got to do all the work?
Nah,
I want to see her opinion on Death the Kid and his weapons.
Nah, she probably just freak out because of Blair, just in the first episode.
True. Internet Zemaster for 10. Listening to this entire spiel and going, if she considers Dandadan pandering, she would have literally hated older anime like Inuyasha. She literally described the dynamic between Inuyasha and Kagome here.
Yeah. But you see, Kagome is clearly the main character, but Inuyasha is the title of the manga. Therefore, Kagome is being sidelined.
Yeah.
And a woman, I don't resonate with how quickly Momo is developing feelings for him, especially when it seems like she's putting the most into this relationship. Friendship, I totally get.
It is literally a joke in the Dandadan community that Okarun doesn't really see them as a romance option because he's a nerd. That's the point.
I just like, as a woman, I don't see this as a viable relationship because Momo does too much for him. I fucking dread whoever you date. They must be having a fucking awful time. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh god, imagine having to do stuff for your man.
But lovey-dovey feelings? That's such a reach. And what exactly has Ken done to deserve these feelings? Be a nice-ish guy? I mean, I guess he did stand up for her once. And yeah, I see how in episode 8, Ken is realizing that he needs to pick up the slack, especially when it comes to their battles. But again, I feel like Momo shouldn't have romantic interest in him until he actually does this in her.
She has such a childish view of relationships. Like, holy shit.
If anything, she has.
What has this guy done for her except be nice to her? Do you need more?
I wouldn't even say it's a childish view, more of a quote unquote adult's view on how children should act. It's like, yeah, the teenagers got together because they were nice to each other. It's almost like that's the point of being a teenager. Every time I see anyone hate on Dandadan, it's like, man, I can't believe these teenagers are acting like teenagers.
Also, yes, chat, I am aware that he did save her in the first episode, but like just this point by itself, even ignoring that, is just so stupid. Oh, why would they ever be in a relationship? He hasn't even done anything but be nice to her. God, what's the fucking Japanese custom where basically women have to be bought off in order to be in a relationship? It was the one that was in Girl that they were criticizing.
Girl, what is it? Complicated dating?
Something like that. It's just like, what has he done for her? Does he need to do something? Do you have to like specifically do something for people in order to be in a relationship? Like, yes. I don't understand.
Yes.
Someone nice to me? God, you're disgusting. They also have shared interests. Yeah, they sort of do. They're not exactly the same interests. They're kind of competing a little bit. But they are like similar interests. They are like similarly like super nerdy about a somewhat supernatural thing. One of them is aliens and one of them is ghosts.
I'm trying to negative 50 MP max because I'm used to running with like no MP anyways.
In my opinion, her affection for him is given way too easily, which to me shows that the series is more focused on promoting this fantasy relationship to its viewers who see themselves in Ken more than telling a really interesting love story. And yeah, it's cool if later he gets powered up and starts defending her more. It'll make more sense to me why her romantic
pause for 5 seconds, but your attack damage.
I think Boospan is a little loud. Lumi.
Trauma reversal. Each time
okay, give me a second.
He's overpowering you a bit.
What? I thought Lumi's voice just got a little bit deeper all of a sudden.
80% attack increase.
The comments on that video are split right down the middle.
This microphone.
Don't worry, it's fine. Don't worry. We just.
You're fine.
Chad says the comments on her video are like perfectly split. Afterwards we'll go look at the comments on her video. I did not read them. I just watched the video.
Okay.
Developed later on. I personally would appreciate more of the will they won't they dance, especially when
nobody else likes that. We're tired of the will they won't they shit. Everyone's tired of the will they won't they shit.
The reason why we stopped doing the will they won't they stuff is because back then that's all we ever got. That's why a lot of mangaka don't do that anymore, because they hate the will they won't they crap.
Yeah. And then when you have the will they won't they crap, there's like a dedicated episode to like a fake breakup, and it's just like so painful to watch because it's the world's most retarded, contrived, like misunderstanding. And it's just like, no will they won't they. We're done with will they won't they.
Here's the thing. What is it? Here's a series I'll actually tell you about. There was a series back in the day, like near like the middle of the 2010s called Masamune-kun's Revenge. It was about a fat kid who grew up into a handsome boy because he got upset that his crush rejected him. So he was going to see her again so that he can date her and so he can ask her out. She accepts and then break up with her. And what ends up happening in the series, and this is where people really had it with the will they won't they crap, was that she ended up realizing halfway through the first season 1 that she loved him. And then went to go confess, and then it was immediate. And then she was immediately cucked because his other childhood friend got in the way. So many people dropped the series for that. Nobody likes will they, won't they, because it leads to stupid situations like that.
Yeah, Artemis for 2, Moose Man has opinions and they need to be heard. And Wolfsbane for 2, he's a teenage nerd boy. We are autistic out here. And the other one, because I actually know about this one, Space Marine says there's a reason Chivalry of a Failed Knight was so popular for a while. Yeah, for people who didn't watch Chivalry as a Failed Knight, which admittedly, super mid, by the way. But the first season basically ends with the main couple literally asking to marry each other. And just kind of like breaking the will they won't they immediately and be like, married now. That's the only thing that was good about Sword Art Online. Is that there was no will they won't they with Kirito and Asuna. They were just, by episode 6, they were just a couple. And that never changed.
Yeah. And then by the end of the series, or at least one of the movies, they got married.
Yeah, they were just a couple. Ugh.
And introducing a second female character. Why not have them set a true foundation for a genuine friendship before it's totally obvious that the main couple is in game? I can hear you guys arguing that that is what they're doing right now, but for me, it's just too obvious. But speaking of the second female lead, I recognize that same male pandering formula being used with both Momo and Ira. Momo and Ira are both each two sides of the same coin and used to stimulate two opposite reactions from their audience. Momo is the cool girl who falls for the nerd. She's introduced coming out of a bad, low-key abusive relationship, declaring that she has bad taste in men. And when it comes to our male main protagonist, she praises his bare minimumness while simultaneously saving him. She defends him and protects him from everyone and everything, demons, bullies, and mean girls. Instead of becoming her friend, he becomes her priority in life. And most importantly, even though she's the cool girl and the out of your league girl, she is humble. She waits for Ken after their big victory fight at school. She is shown to be jealous of his misinterpreted feelings or actions towards another girl. She's ultimately the achievable out of your league girl who puts the boy first. So therefore she's best girl, which on its own isn't a bad thing, except when I see her personality being used to weaponize hate against another female character, Ira. Ira, who is designed to be just as pretty as Momo, although I'm starting to notice a trend in the anime community of hating pink-haired girls.
Yeah, everybody's kind of done with pink as well. Oh, it's a red flag.
It's like I've noticed a trend of people hating pink-haired girls. Yeah, it's because we've had like over 2 decades of pink-haired girls.
Everybody's pink-haired girls. Back to the original Yandere, pink-haired girl. Elfin Lied was pink-haired girl.
So many interests in harems were pink-haired.
Just always pink-haired girl.
We're kind of sick of the pink-haired girl getting the guy. What is it? Back in the day, it was either pink hair or blonde hair. People are like, all right, switch it up, bro. Your Lie in April is proof of this.
She's not unachievable. Also, this girl, if I believe, is anime filler. I have not read the manga.
Original.
You did?
Lieutenant Pink hair. Lumi is also pink hair. What do you have to say for yourself, Lumi?
Nuh-uh, purple.
It's close enough.
No.
It's mixed with red, which also mixes into pink.
To Love Rue, yes. To Love Rue was pink and blonde. Mizu can have a sippy of Womter. You get some Womter. It's just the
No
overusedness.
Womter, only Dr. Pepper.
Watch out, Mizu. Fluttershy is a pink hair girl. I like Rarity better.
Is confident, self-absorbed, and has a very unique personality. And although so far we've gotten a little insight into her reasons for being so self-centered, you guys totally hate her for that. Like, overwhelmingly hate her, and I believe it's because she isn't humble. This year especially, I've noticed an uptick of hatred expressed towards girls and women who do not seek to be humble. And I feel like this attitude towards Ira specifically is very reflective of our current mood and the push towards women to stay in their place. Ira is aware of her beauty and
What crack are you on?
Also, here's the thing. Nobody likes anybody who brags about being better. Just nobody.
I'll never understand this. Like, women are expected to be humble, and if they're not, like, people don't like them. People don't like guys that do that shit either.
It's the whole point of why the jock trope happened, because all jocks are not humble.
Like, what do you mean? Yeah, Chad says that being a dick is unattractive. That's why we have a word for that. It's like a very common statement. People say you're being a dick.
It's like, what do you mean stay in her place? It's like, yeah, nobody likes people who are mean. The whole reason why the whole nerd gets with hot girl trope happens anyway is because so many people were being narcissistic about being pretty or handsome.
Also, Chad's mentioning it, but she's kind of skimming over the fact that she's like blatantly a bully.
Well, considering what we're watching right now, you want to bet some money that this person might have given someone quote unquote constructive criticism in their youth?
Maybe.
I'm just saying.
She's just sitting here like, oh, they don't like her because she's not humble. She's blatantly the school bully. Did you watch the show?
He even literally says to Okura, because I did see this one clip featuring her when it was going around. She literally says that she wants to like lure Okura because she thinks that like someone like him. What is it? It was that she looks down on him and like saying like guys like that who she says hi to them. It feels like they make their day, and she looks down on him.
Yeah,
like that's the whole thing about her like early character. She's a terrible person. No one likes that. But anyone.
I just don't get how we get these anime analysis videos from people that it's like, I'm pretty sure you didn't watch the show. Because I haven't even watched that much of it, and I can tell you you're wrong immediately. It's the whole point.
Not only that, but guys don't like girls who are like this, and especially girls don't like girls that are like this. Because I could tell you some stories about some girls who acted way too overconfident for their own good, and like immediately like, guess what? I told on them, and their immediate facade broke down.
I mean, she's literally the Queen Heather.
On this channel.
At her school, she's literally the Queen Heather.
Well, you see, people hate on Heather too.
I know, that's the point. You're supposed to hate Heather.
But I wonder, no, you see, her logic is, well, I see an uptick of people hating Heather. I wonder why.
Uses it in an almost passive-aggressive way. She has such a crazy, out-of-touch perspective of the world, which I find funny, but the fandom and the series use it to mock her.
You might genuinely be a psycho. I try not to be mean like that, but like you have this girl who is blatantly a psychotic, narcissistic nut job who gets off on bullying people she considers lower than herself. And you're like, I find her behavior kind of endearing and funny. What?
Not only that, it's like, if you don't solve issues like this, when they're young, they're gonna take it to the real world, and then they're gonna be mean to you, and you're gonna be like, man, she was mean. And it's like, man, I wonder why she was mean. It's almost like we could have solved this like a long time ago.
The fact she identifies with the bully tells me all I need to know. It's not just that she identifies with the bully, it's that she doesn't even recognize that she's a bully. I'm like, fuck, dude. You were unironically the person in school that, like, tried to bully the anime kids.
I remember what I
call it
said
stupid.
earlier. Constructive criticism.
She has developed feelings for our main character, because of course she does, which could present an interesting test to the relationship between the obvious main couple, but I have a feeling that they're just going to use it to humble Ira. A flawed character should be celebrated in anime, but instead of that obviously being a sign of potential character development and great storytelling, you guys collectively hate this character for it. Side note, I love misunderstood mean girl characters. Check out my Harlots video.
It's not misunderstood. What are you talking about?
The only way she can get character development is if she's humbled and then learns to not be this narcissistic. Oh my gosh.
What are you talking? I love misunderstood mean girls. There's nothing misunderstood about them. Everybody completely understands them.
They're mean girls. Yeah. Does she get character development? Yes. But initially, she was a jerk. That's it.
And the thing is, I love mean girl characters. We talked about this the other day. One of my favorite characters in Gravity Falls is Pacifica Northwest. Her entire character is I'm a bitch.
I thought it was because she had the most variety amount of fan art.
To be fair, most of her fan art is her cutting down trees with a Wonder Bread chainsaw. We don't look at that.
I thought that was her mom.
No, it's Pacifica. Just an aged up version.
Okay. Wonder Bread guy, never change.
Like, it's just... But she's not misunderstood. Like, she's an asshole. She's an asshole because she's rich and her parents gave her everything she wanted in life. Yes, we find out later, like, very generic, very tropey, that her parents don't really pay attention to her and they expect to give her money and just her to raise herself. That's a very common, like, rich mean girl trope. Doesn't mean they're misunderstood.
Not only that, she says, like, oh, all that she's going through, yeah, those are just flaws, and we should celebrate those flaws. And it's like, no, the whole point of something like that is that is a flaw that needs to be fixed. Because again, leave a character like that, again, even not even just a character, if you met anybody like that, nobody wants to be around someone like that. Nobody likes to be around someone that like turns out to be like, oh yeah, I looked down on you the whole time. It's just one of my many flaws.
Yeah, it's not an excuse, it's an explanation. And it's something that whoever this is, seems to kind of missing that part. It explains why she is the way she is. It's not an excuse for why she's that way. She still needs to be better. Do you think she's exaggerating the hate for Ira? Oh, 100%. I've seen, like, nobody actually hate this character. I don't even know what she's talking about.
There were people that were hating her when the episode first came out, but now people love her because she had real character development.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even when she first came out, I think hate is a weird word when we're describing, like, a fictional character. Because, like, you're meant to hate some characters. So is it like an actual genuine hatred, like I don't like this character and don't want them in the show? Or is it, God, I love how much of a bitch they are because it's really good for the show? Which are, they're different feelings. Calling it right now, she wouldn't say this if it was a guy.
Over dignifying the mean girl. Link in the description. To be honest, Ira joining the cast kind of saved the show for me. First and foremost, I really like her name. It's pretty and it sounds like mine. And her personality felt like
I'm not even going to touch on that.
a breath of fresh air. I thought her introduction initially was going to shake up the romance story, but no, they made it even more obvious that Ken and Momo are an in-game couple, which, duh. It would be so cool if they played around with the possibility of it all. And not in a harem sort of way, but a shoujo kind of way. So, like,
If you want a shoujo, just go read shoujo. There's so many supernatural shoujos that predate most isekai. Go pick up a shoujo. If you,
I don't understand. You're sitting here watching a shonen, and you're like, I don't understand why this shonen doesn't read more like a shoujo.
go read My Dress of Darling.
I don't. What do you want me to say? It doesn't read like a shoujo because it's not a shoujo.
It's almost like you're still trying to entertain teenage boys. Teenage boys like romance, but they like romance like how they like My Dress of Darling romance. That's the reason why My Dress of Darling was popular, because it still appealed to teenage and young adult men, because that's what they like in a romance. Whereas something like a shoujo is just not even in the same ballpark, because it tackles a completely different subject in a completely different way. Why are you expecting a shonen to tell? This isn't even a love story. This is about aliens and ghosts.
Yeah.
Why are we focusing on stuff like that? Be like, oh man, I can't believe these ghosted aliens are getting in the way of my shoujo romance, my make-believe shoujo romance.
Like the romance
My
is
Dress of
just in the
Darling-
background.
What is it? My Dress of Darling is a shoujo? No, it's a seinen. Like, it's a seinen in the fact that it tackles romance a lot differently than a shoujo would. That's why it was successful as it was, because it tackled shoujo tropes in a seinen way.
Yeah.
These people make me want to dump my head in ass.
Do you have any thoughts, Lum Lum?
I still can't get over that she said soju.
Oh yeah, she did say shouju.
Yep.
I can't say anything. I pronounce stuff wrong all the time, and chat gets mad at me.
Okay, there's a difference between saying something a little wrong and hey, so yeah, this soju. It's like, God damn it.
Again,
My
these
opinion.
people would rather read shonen and complain about shonen than go to like the 50,000 trillion shoujo that are out there. And again, it may be different from shonen. That's the point. Go pick up things that you like.
You do it on purpose, Mizu? No, chat. I have to like level with you. I'm actually just retarded. You think I'm joking when I say I'm illiterate? No, I'm actually 100% illiterate. I cannot read.
Dang.
Of this anime, humor is completely subjective, right? And I'm not new to anime. I know that fan service is a big appeal of the medium for some, and it can also be a big part of the humor, I guess. I just find it weird how the overtly crude jokes and situations are the punchline to Dandadan's jokes, especially because the characters are minors and they really like to take it there, like uncomfortably. Like sometimes I wonder, is this a seinen, not a shonen? Because they're
Because
What?
children.
Sorry, wait. I'll let her
jokes
continue so we can figure out why it's a seinen and not a shonen.
minors and they really like to take it there, like uncomfortably. Like sometimes I wonder, is this a seinen, not a shonen? Because they're not beating the allegations.
What does that mean?
Oh my god.
Listen, I've read some actually bad seinen and shonen. What is this even? What are you even talking about? Again, kids think fart jokes are the funniest thing in the world. What do you mean they don't think they're gonna? This is targeted at children. Get out of the kids section. Go read Twilight.
You know,
At least
chat.
it's aimed at adults.
Chat's where I'm at. She's just like, these are minors in sexual situations. It made me think it was a seinen. What does that have to do with seinen?
We see.
Have you read any of
Seinen-
those? Like, I don't. What are you talking about?
Like, you don't have to like the fan service, but literally read shonen and not pick up like anything else. Be like, man, I can't believe there's so much fan service here. You picked up the same series 5 times. Go to the adult section. Pick up something that makes you uncomfortable, and then find out that it's actually something you like, instead of always trying to get to the most hype thing in the moment. Because every last one of the people that make stuff like this always just hang around the kids section. I found adult series when I was like 13 and got more out of that, including fan service series. Oh my gosh, these people irritate me. You know what? I'm done.
Also, no, I have not watched or read Dorodoro. I've seen like one scene of it where the lizard guy like eats a girl's face, because apparently that's how he like reads minds or some shit. I'm keenly aware it is a bizarre series.
I can imagine her reading Berserk. She'd probably still complain about that too.
True.
Oh, the Grimdark series is grimdark.
If you ever make an anime audit bingo card, please make casual Japanese racism the free space. No, the free space is gonna be, it's just gonna, like on mine, it's gonna say something about pedophilia, is all it's gonna say.
That sounds about right.
And I have a hard time giving them a pass on it because it's not accompanied by a phenomenal plot, like so many of you claim. I've noticed a particular type of humor among young boys that I find troubling, and I believe it contributes to a larger societal issue pertaining to the behavior and how they treat people.
This is why I was like, okay, we can watch this for what's about to come up.
Oh no.
There's a troubling trend in young boys in society chat. And Dandadan is the problem. Which, by the way, again, Dandadan technically came out like 6 years ago in manga form. And is Japanese, not English. So, we're about to get into we live in a society territory.
Especially girls. To clarify, I'm not blaming Dandadan for this behavior, but I do think that the overall celebration of this type of humor, or just aligning this type of crude behavior with humor, reflects a broader trend that I'm concerned about. While scrolling through TikTok, I actually came
We're gonna be watching this guy for the next 5 minutes.
Okay, hold on. If she thinks that that humor is absolutely terrible, how about she go complain about the Wayans brothers and White Chicks and every other parody movie that they've ever made?
Yeah.
My thing is like this is troubling humor in society, and it's like this didn't used to be a thing at all.
Yeah.
No one talked about this like at all. This is a modern thing. I could understand if this was like a genuine concern, but it's like, oh, I don't like the fact that they made ball jokes at the age of 13.
Yeah, like, I don't know what she's
You're
talking
not that
about.
literal.
Like, what problematic jokes is Dandadan making? Because it's literally just some shit about, like, I don't got a penis. Like,
like, if anything, this is probably the most equal fan service type series ever.
Yeah.
They never make
heck,
ball jokes at all.
Heck, if anything, they would get the message of, his penis is gone and he got cooler.
Being infertile is a win. Crush your balls.
across a valuable message for once. The creator of the post I'm about to share with you is a teacher offering insight into the factors influencing boys and how these influences affect their behaviors towards others. Heads up, this is pretty heavy subject matter. I did edit out the...
By the way, I hate to get political here, but I do have to say this because this is something that always annoys me. Do you not ever wonder to yourselves, how is society and like all the things teaching young men getting more and more progressive, yet young men are pushing back more and more against it at their most young and formative ages? Maybe they're telling you that you're pushing too far and it's pissing them off.
It doesn't help that this guy specifically in the video, and he might be a good person in real life, but he also looks like he was probably rejected from a lot of friend groups. I'm gonna be real with you. this probably the meanest I'm ever gonna say it. He probably got rejected from a couple of friend groups, and it's like, this is concerning behavior in young boys. Yeah, because you were rejected from those circles that participated in that type of humor. So because of your rejection, you see it as problematic. Only because you were rejected, not because you actually think it's an issue.
Who would have? This guy's a teacher, allegedly a high school teacher. So, and Internet Zen Master for 10. Inuyasha and Kagome had a bathing scene in episode 3, and she's a minor, and Inuyasha got the sit treatment for watching her on episode 3. Dandadan's kind of fan service isn't that new. You know, Dandadan is actually very light on fan service compared to shit that we had back in the day.
We see, Mizu,
Well,
fan
I'm
service is
seeing
when teenagers do things that teenagers do in Japan.
True.
A grape word, as well as sped up the audio. For the full original video, please see the creator's TikTok.
As a high school teacher, this last week has really shown me that we are failing our boys pretty hard. As the last line of defense before these kids get into adulthood, I really do feel like a part of our job is making sure that these kids are socialized and that they are respectful of just being in public when they graduate. But what we're
Do you like that he's got a script that you could see him? He's like swapping between the pages.
Oh my god.
It's so funny to me.
And the thing with
Do it
people
now.
who make scripts like this is you can tell, again, they wanted to articulate what they feel
Exactly.
without
Yeah.
actually interacting with the
Right.
subject they're talking about.
Yeah.
Like,
See?
again, sorry.
You're good.
is 18 to 25-year-old men who are completely unsocialized, who are lonely, who are honestly incredibly crass. They make jokes that are not funny. At least the subject matter isn't funny. The joke, the punchline is death, it's murder, it's harm, it's racism. Like, that's the punchline. That's the purpose of the joke. Isn't this a funny joke because it's racist? Because it's this crazy thing that we're not allowed to talk about?
Yeah, that's how that works. That's how comedy has always worked. One of the oldest forms of comedy was the jester just mocking royalty because literally no one else was allowed to mock royalty. The whole point is if you can't mock it, that's what comedy is supposed to mock. It's supposed to cut through that barrier of we're not allowed to make fun of this.
I'm going to tell you a funny joke or a funny story. I could tell this guy doesn't really understand teenagers because the reason why is because the quote unquote well-adjusted adults are usually the ones that come up with the jokes. The teenagers hear it and then they repeat it.
Yeah.
The guys who are like probably his age or older. I'll tell you a funny story. When I was in middle school, I used to watch Steam Train, which was the sub show of Game Grumps. One of the hosts was talking about Grape Ape and accidentally forgot the G. I thought that was the funniest joke ever, and I went to my school and repeated that to all the surrounding boys in the class. Because as a teenager, a preteen, again, that's the funniest joke you've probably ever heard. The reason why you're quote unquote failing is because you don't because every single adult generation doesn't understand teenagers. They always don't understand teenagers. Teenagers have crass and rude humor that you're not going to get because every teenage generation is different.
Yes.
Who cares?
Well, and also it's this thing of you're not teaching them that they need to like rein in some of that in certain settings. Like, you know, in this social setting, we shouldn't talk about that. Instead, you're telling them that things they objectively find funny are evil and you are never supposed to say them ever. And they're like, well, if I'm going to be evil for thinking this way, I'm just going to continue to do whatever the fuck I want then. Because you've already told me that I'll never be better.
And then that leads to mistrust in adults because it's like, okay, so I'm just going to go hang with my friends because the adults think I'm evil. And then their friends might actually be bad influences and they'll trust their friends anyway because, well, the adults think I'm evil.
Yeah.
And where's that starting? Where do they get in their head that this is something that they are okay to do out in public, just openly? Here. This is where it happens. What I'm noticing is that these kids aren't facing pushback. They're not facing pushback when they make seriously unfunny jokes. And when I say unfunny, I'm trying not to be subjective about it. I'm really trying to point out that like the joke is death. Like it's not a joke. It's at the expense of somebody who, as a teenage boy, you don't experience it. You aren't afraid of it. You're not a girl walking home alone at 10 p.m. in the dark, wondering if you're gonna even make it home.
This guy just doesn't.
Fun fact, because a lot of people ignore this a lot. As a man walking home in the dark, you are something ridiculous like 6 times more likely to be assaulted. It is. People like always say this, like, as a woman, like, you have to be really scared walking alone. Factually, as a man, you're far more likely to be assaulted when you're alone. I don't know why. You would think that women would be the easier target, so they would assault the women. But no, it plays out statistics that men are more likely to get assaulted at random.
Not only that, but this guy doesn't understand. It's like boys make all these unfunny jokes. Do you know what girls do in secret? You know why girls huddle up in groups? So that they can tell similar jokes.
Or just straight up.
It's like,
I went to several different elementary schools, and each and every one consistently had a group where girls did exactly that. This guy doesn't understand because he's not a girl.
I mean, it's like, okay. Like me and my friends are like, for example, me, Mel, and Astriel, we were all collabing together playing Outlast Trials. And want to know what we did during that entire fucking time? We were absolute fucking degenerates. We were saying sinful things that would have God look at us and say, no, you're never coming up here.
Yeah.
What is it? My middle school friend group, we were like, I was like sharing them Fairy Tale. Like just openly sharing Fairy Tale. And that had like a ton of like what is it? Open cleavage, gray stripping, all that type of stuff. And we thought it was like the funniest, like coolest thing ever. Like, again, nobody talks about girl groups because the most of the people who talk like this are apologetic of their own gender. That's literally it.
It's like, here, hold on, I'm putting this in host space. This is in the general chat of my Discord server. Just for an hour, maybe 2, me and Astriel just being horrible people.
Really quick, Internet Zen Master 5. Dear God in heaven, this guy's voice makes Nuktaku's voice at its worst sound absolutely soothing by comparison. My ears are offended. To be fair, he is on like 1.5 or 2 times.
Again, these people just don't understand women, but they think they do. They think they're being like the savior. He looks like a male feminist. That's what it is.
Yeah.
They're making those jokes here, in the classroom, in the hallway, to their friends, between classes, openly in the middle of class. And I don't know if it's happening in middle school. It's got to be happening in middle school, in my opinion. But when I, as a teacher, say something to them and go, "Hey, what the hell are you doing? Like, what's happening in your brain right now?" They don't have an answer. They don't even seem to recognize why I'm even questioning them.
It's not that they don't have an answer. It's they literally have no respect for you.
They not only have no respect for you, but again, it's because they don't know. And you as a teacher aren't explaining it to them. It's like, oh, because I had a teacher and she did the same thing where she would like she would be like, that's not okay. And she would explain it. But then you got this guy who's like, I know I'm in a school where I'm literally the last line of defense for these people before they reach the adult world, meaning that their brain isn't fully developed yet. And it's like, I wonder why they're not understanding why the joke is bad. Maybe it's because you're a bad teacher.
Yeah.
You only know how to do stuff academically. Notice how his classroom is empty. He could have been recording this for his class, with his class here, and explaining to them the proper way of actually solving this. No, it's just, well, I can't believe these kids are not understanding what's wrong and right. I wonder if I have like a degree to like help them with that or something, or life experience.
Also, I hate having to like quote him because it's a horrendous person to quote for making this argument. But there's always a scene in like basically every version of the Joker where he has a freak out when somebody tries to explain the joke and he screams, if you have to explain the joke, then it's not funny. And I always think of that when I see these people, and it's like, and I ask them, like, explain why it's funny to me. The thing is, a funny joke doesn't have to be explained. And yeah, maybe you don't get it because you personally are just retarded. But they don't have an explanation for it. They're kids. They heard it. They thought it was funny. They probably don't even know why they think it's funny. They just think it's funny. Because most people don't analyze jokes that deeply. And whenever you pull this dumb shit, all I can think about is the Joker throwing like a toy gun at Batman's head, screaming, if you have to explain the joke, it's not funny. A good joke is a good joke. Exactly.
Again, I didn't understand the grape ape joke as a teenager. I understand it now. I understand the consequences. I still think the joke is funny.
I mean, there's some jokes that we just don't know why they're funny. They just trigger something in you that's like, eh. Like, as much as I hate 6-7, I know that's a thing for kids. And I know I had similar jokes when I was a kid that they didn't mean anything, but they were still funny. You know?
They don't have pushback. Just this morning, a kid gave me the dirtiest look and flicked me off and then ran into another classroom because while he's walking through the hallway, he makes a joke about butt. And I just stopped him. I go, what's funny about that? What's funny about it, bud? What's funny about... What's so haha about... What's so freaking hilarious about your friend being... And he just stared at me. He just stared at me, and then he got an attitude with me, and then he flicked me off.
Maybe it's because
you deserved
you
it.
gave him that. If I was a kid, I would do the same thing. I did do that. There was a guy. Look, what is it? I went to like this one like church event that was like a kids thing, and there was one guy who told me what to do. I immediately went to the arts and crafts table and wrote a kick me sign on the back of him.
Yeah.
And then taped it on the back of him. If you are condescending to kids, they're going to be condescending back.
And it's also the fact that you're not their parent and you're not their peer. They literally have no respect for you. Like, I can count on my hand of all the teachers I ever had in my life, the number of teachers I would say I genuinely had respect for at the time when I was a kid. Because most of them just, they weren't like human to me, right? As a kid, they were the person that told me the stuff I needed to know to get an A. And if I didn't come home with an A, my parents beat me with a belt. I didn't care about their opinions. I didn't care about who they were. They just existed. And there were some teachers that did like ingratiate themselves in their students, right? That were relatable, and the students could, to a degree, respect them. But there were plenty of teachers who were just like there. They were like a fixture of the school. They weren't even like, this is where you see it in like old kids cartoons, where there was genuinely a time where a lot of kids just believed adults didn't leave the school. They just lived there. The teachers were just never left. You know, when you were super, super young.
Yep.
Like, that's how kids saw teachers. So they don't see you as a peer, and they don't respect you as a teacher because you've not like ingratiated yourself to their culture. They just see you as the person that tells them the stuff they have to do to get the grade. Other than that, you're just a fixture. You're like a piece of furniture at the school. If they could replace you with a tablet, they fucking would.
Most kids would. I wanted to go home so badly just to play on computers because school was just an afterthought when I got back home.
Yeah.
Again, if this guy wanted to like do anything better, you know what some teachers did? They're like, hey, I understand that you think it's funny, but here, I think we should be more respectable. But that's what teachers did with me. and my own and like my own sister. And then guess what? We didn't understand everything, but we were like, all right, this hurt your feelings or this hurt this other person. And then we learned from that. This person doesn't understand people, just people in general.
Yeah, and I definitely have to agree with everybody in chat. They keep saying it's also a little bit of the condescension. Like, just showing up to him and be like, hey, buddy, why do you think that's funny? Like, you're not like... If you really wanted to have this conversation with the kid, you need to first get down on their level. That's something they teach you, is that you need to get eye to eye with them so that you feel a bit more like a peer. And then be like, hey, you know, that's not very appropriate. Do you want to, like, maybe we should talk about that? Not this, hey, buddy, what's wrong? What's wrong? Why do you think that's funny? I do the same thing to somebody else. I just flip you off too. Like, fuck you, dude. Go away. Like, who are you?
Like, no, this is like the whole thing with like Ira. Again, nobody likes being around people who are like super, who like aren't humble, who don't know how to like understand people. Nobody likes hanging around that. I'm pretty sure no one likes hanging around you, bro.
Yeah. Internet Zenmaster for 5. Kids, especially teens, will almost always respond to condescension with spite and or contempt. This guy is definitely a male feminist type of guy. Probably is. I don't. He seems like he's trying to come off as like really strong and tough. Like, I'm standing up to these inappropriate youngsters, and it's like, you kind of look like a bitch. Your students are dog walking you because they don't respect you, and you're sitting here trying to like puff up your chest on TikTok and be like, and I was calling them out, you know. Bro, you're getting, like, mogged by 15-year-olds. Shut the fuck up and sit down.
Like, again, this guy just doesn't... He's trying to act like, man, I'm trying to be the good teacher, but you don't know how to talk to kids. You don't know... What is it? You don't know how to talk to kids. You don't know how to, like, understand them. Nobody wants to be around someone like that. Yeah. Even, like, the adults, like, I've had in my life, the teachers I've had in my life, when not all of them were perfect, but some of them at least, like most of them at least tried. And if the others didn't try, they still had the respect enough to understand what a kid like is in that time period. Again, this guy just doesn't look like he likes. You're just kind of. I
also got to show this. I imagine every time this guy tries to talk to the kids, it just looks like this. For the chat, I'll put it in the host space for you, so you get the same experience.
Okay.
You know, Mizu. Well, I was looking at this dude's face for a while, which has been an agonizing thing, and he reminds me of that one dude that we covered that Lolicon video for. He looks like him, but brunette hair instead of orange.
Fair. That's pretty apt image. Yeah, I imagine every time he tries to talk to the kids, they just look at him like this.
Kids, this looks like something that adults look at him. Because that's what we're essentially doing, looking at him exactly like that.
These kids need to be shamed. And I know that's not something that we really talk about, but the idea of public shaming has always been a thing that humans have done to make sure that social stuff works.
And we don't use it on children.
Didn't we literally come out of an era where that's literally what people did? And that's exactly why we got stuff like Cartoon Network, because adults were literally like, I can do whatever I want because no one can tell me what to do. Be like, we need to shame children. We don't shame children for the exact reason why, like, asylums were taken away.
You are such a terrible teacher. Jesus. It's not even going to work either. Like, what are you going to do? You're going to pull up a kid to the front of the room. And it's like, hey, this guy said this. And then the whole class is going to burst out laughing. Like,
exactly why we took this is why we took like ruler whoopings away from like schools, because that's what teachers would always do. They would always bring the kid up, slap them on the hand with the ruler a couple of times. What is it, the dunce cap? We got rid of the dunce cap for this exact reason.
I forget.
Like, back the dunce cap.
I forget the exact joke, but there was a teacher that sort of tried to do this because I guess one of her kids was making fun of the Holocaust or something. and she pulls them up to like the front of the room, and she like tries to give them a lecture about it. And then she's like, and he said like something about the Holocaust. And she alleges that another student in the class just said something along the lines of, "Damn, how did you get out, old hag?" And the entire classroom just burst out laughing, and she's like, "My class is gone now, and like I've never been so hurt like to my core." And it's like,
It's fucking funny.
But that's-
adults
Well, then the thing
forget, teenagers hurt. Like, some of their insults are really lowbrow, but they will not let up. Especially teenage girls. Teenage girls will go for the balls every time. There's nothing too low for teenagers to swing at. Like, if you're gonna be a teacher, you gotta be prepared for this. You can't be sitting here like, I'm gonna shame the teenager. Trust me, they're gonna shame you back. And it might be a lowbrow insult, but when there's a classroom of 50 of them like pointing at you and laughing, you're gonna immediately like deflate because you thought you could beat it, and you're not gonna be able to beat it.
Not only that, the only reason why teenagers wouldn't do that is, again, like you said earlier, if you establish that you are relatable and that you genuinely want to help them learn. I've had several teachers like that. Some teachers had a lot more respect than others, but most of them had the class respect because in different ways, they appealed to everyone in the classroom. If you don't appeal to anyone in the classroom, everyone's going to dog walk you. Everybody's going to pretty much make jokes about why you're the most like awful, terrible person in the room.
Also, thank you, Frog Jupiter, for the 2. I use a male feminism instead of grape for a reason. Also, I'm fucking tired of people saying grape. Just say rape. Like, holy
Yeah.
shit, dude. I hate it more when it's true crime people and they censor out like murder, rape, suicide, and it's like, you're doing a show about how a woman like slit somebody's throat and dumped them under the bridge for a month, and you're sitting here trying to like downplay all the terminology for it.
You see Mizu YouTube.
I don't care. Don't cover the subject
okay,
matter
no.
then.
It's not even YouTube because YouTube is now letting people say rape, sexual assault, stuff like that for more serious topics. They don't demonetize you anymore.
Yeah, chat, I'll be frank. I've literally never had one of my videos demonetized for any of this. Anything I've ever said.
Oh yeah, YouTube changed the rules again sometime, I think, during when Trump got into office again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, we're still going on this side tangent with this guy talking about teenage boys.
And right now, we're not shaming these boys. We're not shaming them. They don't experience shame. They feel like they can do and say whatever they want. They can show up to class 20 minutes late. They can flick a teacher off. They can curse at you. And they feel this way. They feel emboldened. And right now, especially, they feel like no consequences are coming their way. And that's where we need to change. So this is really...
Did you really have an entire separate page for that's where we need to change?
Yes.
You know, nobody can see your script when you're talking on TikTok. So you just kind of look retarded when you have to double click the phone to go to the next page of your script. I can imagine it on his phone right now in just big bold letters that take up the entire screen. This is where we need to change. As if he's doing a presentation.
This guy sounds like he's literally from the 80s where this guy sounds like he's from the 80s where he doesn't even want to teach kids. He wants to teach mini adults. That's literally it. That's literally what this guy is. I would have hated this guy being my teacher as a kid.
Oh, he'd be awful.
In my opinion, the male teachers out there, it is our responsibility to show them what being a man looks like.
Not you.
No. No. And keep in mind, he's saying the boys. Again, this guy's clearly never interacted with a girl because, again, these same jokes, these same attitudes all happen in girl circles. They just don't display it as openly.
Bless you.
Thank you. No, look, I try not to insult people based on their looks or anything like that. Like, brother, I am the gayest, twinkiest little guy you'll ever seen. I am more of a man than you will ever be. Like, you've got to stop. We got to show them what a real man looks like. Shut the fuck up.
Someone said that he's the principal from a Goofy movie.
Oh my god.
He'll be sent to the electric chair. He's literally just a teenager.
Beanie Man actually pertains to. It's not making crass jokes. It's not making girls feel bad. It's not laughing at people when they're down. It's being helpful. It's building people up. It's about being supportive. It's about being a rock when somebody needs it. None of these boys are prepared for that. None of these boys are living a life right now where that's where they're going. And honestly, based on the way that I see these boys react to female teachers, they don't respect them in that way. They just go, oh wait, all right, mom, and then they just ignore them. It's us. It's you and me, but like me and you, we have to be the ones to be.
You literally just clarified like 5 seconds ago that they don't respect you and they will just flip you off and ignore you. And you're like, they don't respect female teachers. That's why we have to step up. They don't want to hear it from you either.
How do you bet? I want to like place bets, but don't put anything actually down. How do you think this guy has ever stopped bullying ever in his life?
Probably not.
That's
No.
exactly what I'm talking about. Because it's always like, we need to step up. We need to actually teach these boys a lesson. And it's like, they're never going to help with bullying. They're never going to actually do anything that solves like the issues teenagers deal with. They're just like, you need to be a mini adult. Now go do your mini adult task. And then and the kids are going to look at them like, whatever you say, Dad.
Thank you, Internet Zen Master, for 10. We don't shame boys enough. Listen, you eunuch, walking male feminist stereotype. Society's been doing that for the last 15 years. Every male teacher who understands boys would loathe this guy. And Captain Sakuga for 5. Keep in mind, he tried to shame the kid in front of his friend, literally trying to win a 2v1.
I'm not saying like we should go back to the excuse of boys will be boys, but like there's a reason why that like phrase became a thing in the first place. Because guess what? Some boys will be boys, like just like some girls will be girls. But nobody talks about that because again, he thinks it's only a boys' issue. It's not just a boys' issue.
In their face and go, you're being a bad person right now. You are choosing to be a bad person right now. And I don't know why you're choosing.
You have no idea how little that would have done to me. I was a fucking teacher's pet when I was in high school. And I probably would have ended up in prison, just like intentionally trying to spite you. You are being a bad person right now. I don't know why you're choosing that, but you are being a bad person.
Also, nobody likes being called a bad person, especially kids. Like that, like literally, we have so many kids or now adults talking about their teachers being like, "Yeah, no, I had like a terrible teacher. They would shame me in front of the class. They would say I'm a bad person. I didn't want to learn from them.
Yeah,
who would want to learn from this guy? He's being the cool uncle, and he's just lame."
I don't know what about your life right now puts you in a position where you feel like you could just be a jerk, where you can just make jokes at the expense of others, but it's not funny.
It's called hormones, brother. It's testosterone.
I have a feeling that his parents believed in gentle parenting.
Probably.
This guy's
Probably
never had a
homeschooled,
hard in his life, you can tell.
Oh yeah.
Brother, my parents beat my ass, and I still never learned my lesson. I don't know what you think you're doing.
Listen, my parents whooped me. I either learned or I didn't learn. And I only respected other people because they instilled respect in them through me. That is the only reason why I turned out the way I did. If you were my teacher, if this guy was my teacher, I would have still respected him, but totally looked down on him as a kid. This guy's awful.
This is the teacher that, like, kids... Because, you remember Hornets, right? The little paper folds that hurt like hell when somebody rubber banded it into your back.
I think so.
This is the teacher that people made hornets out of paper clips for. Like, fuck that guy. This is gonna hurt like hell.
You know, it's funny. I was asking my kid if any students still make, like, you know, mosquitoes or hornets or anything like that, and just, you know, use them as live ammunition like we did when we were younger. She didn't even know what they were, and I'm like, okay, here, I'll show you. I'll give you a live demonstration, and then I just kept hitting her with them.
Oh, I remember these.
Yeah, no, we never had mosquitoes. We always called them hornets because we made sure they hurt like hell. But then we didn't have a good name for them when somebody decided to up the hornet war and started making them with paper clips instead. First I've heard of hornets. So basically what a hornet is, chat, is you fold up a piece of paper super, super tight and compact, and some people are really good at it, and some people are really bad at it. Then you load it up in a double-stringed rubber band so you could pull it back as far as you could. And a lot of times, they could get like enough speed and enough strength on them that we had people getting hornets stuck inside the roof at the top of the gymnasium.
Man, I remember, what was it? I think I was in 7th grade. There was just an all-out war in the hallways. And like, people lost friendships and everything. Somebody got hit in the eye. It was great.
Yeah, chat, no, hornets were legitimately dangerous.
You save the ones with the staples in the middle for people you really hate.
We call them paper wads. We whack the shit out of them with those. No, chat, these weren't like paper wads. They were folded in such a way to make them like as aerodynamic as possible. You could break skin with these.
Yeah.
With paper.
Somebody managed to shoot one from one side of the gym to the other, and still managed to hurt somebody pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, no, they hurt like a bitch.
Something the velocity.
Yep.
Internet Zim asked for 10. There are so many ways you could try to resolve the problem. Going to you're bad, stop being bad without even trying to explain it will only piss kids off. True.
We already have.
And people don't understand, like, kids react to things in different ways. Like, I think I've mentioned this. I might not have mentioned this one on stream before. But there was a kid that, like, horrendously bullied me. And I didn't like lockers, right? So I kept all my books in my book bag, so I actually had a really strong back in school, but I probably have back problems now. Anyways, one day while I was trying to walk down the concrete stairs, my bully pushed me, and I almost, like, fell flat on my face on concrete stairs with a book bag that literally weighed, like, 70 pounds. Which would have probably fucked me up really bad. And I was pissed. So I took my book bag off, and I held my bully over the railing, and I told him if he ever fucked with me again, I would throw him off the rafters, and we'd see...
Bisu, you can't threaten murder on somebody!
I was just so mad, and I set him back down, and he ran off crying, and I turn around, and my fucking biology teacher is leaning up against the wall right behind me, and I'm just like, God, I'm fucked. And he had seen this kid bully me a bunch before, so he just gave me a thumbs up and then waved, like telling me to keep moving. Literally best teacher ever. I love that guy.
You're gonna have to show me, like, what the hell you look like and everything when you were younger, because I know what you look like now. I can't see you holding somebody over the goddamn railing. I'm like, this twink?
Yeah.
Listen,
really?
Listen,
No,
this is somebody who
I looked about the
did
same,
not-
just younger.
What is he? I'm saying this now. I'm saying this as someone who, again, I had to constantly question because I went to multiple schools, multiple elementary schools as a kid. I always had to physically restrain my own like self because there were so many girls who would try and bully me that I'm just like, I want to punch you, but if I punch you, it's gonna get back to my mom, and I can't do that.
Yeah.
So I just got to put up with it. And there were teachers who there was like, what is it? One school, there was literally a principal who was like, well, I know she's been bullying you, but she has a troubled home life. And my mom and I collectively just went, okay. Like, there's just some parents and teachers out there that just don't help. And it's like, oh, we got to shame them. Shame them with what? You're going to shame, because this guy looks like the type who would shame the victims. Be like, you stood up for yourself and you started saying terrible things. You're a bad person. And had I not actually had other good teachers in my life and a good parental figure in my life, I would have immediately been like, you know what? This life kind of sucks. I think I'm going to go do something illegal.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, you don't know how kids will react to it. Because, like, this kid had been, like, told off by teachers multiple times, and he never stopped. Then I like, had a fucking freak out one day, held him over a railing, literally never bothered me again. I had 2 more years at that school, never messed with me again. He just quit.
Good.
And some kids, that doesn't work. Some kids, they escalate, and it just continues, like, to escalate back and forth until it gets worse. But he's like, I'm just going to talk down to them and it's going to be fixed. Shut the fuck up. You're an idiot.
Oh my gosh. This guy
It's not good. It's not right. Stop doing that. I don't know.
Did you really have to have another page to write I don't know on?
Yes.
This just gets so much funnier when you remember that he is in fact reading off of a script.
Man,
And
no wonder why
every
the
word
kids
out
don't-
of his mouth he specifically wrote down.
This is exactly why, like, this guy is considered lame by his students. You can't even go on TikTok and just say what you want to say normally. You have to write a script for it. You have to write a script on why we should shame boys.
I feel like the next couple years are going to be very long and very hard.
That's what she said. I mean, we're talking about crash jokes. I had to do it.
It's gonna be very
Remember,
long,
it's
very
the same
hard.
guy who's like, you shame children.
But I'm not a fan of the back end of Gen Z, and we're about to start getting the start of Gen A, and we have to fix it. We have to fix it. We have to make sure these boys understand that running through the hallways and shouting "Your body, my choice" is not okay.
It's a joke.
That's so funny.
That's just such an eye roller joke that you just ignore it and forget it. That is like the type of joke I would have heard in school, rolled my eyes, and then by the end of the day, I went to go play my Nintendo Switch. Oh my gosh.
I don't know what's funnier, the idea that there's like some teenage kid at his school running through the halls screaming "Your body, my choice," or the image of him sitting in his room as it happens, just fucking malting.
Like, again, I can understand like not liking the joke, but this is something you take someone to the side to and then explain like, hey, we don't allow that here. You're gonna have to pull it back, and if anything further happens, then we're probably gonna have to do something. Versus, I think we should shame these children. We should bring shame back.
It's the type of joke you cringe about later at life at 3 a.m. in your bed.
No,
Yeah.
for real.
I mean, heck, I remember I was in elementary school. And this was at the peak of like children irrationally hating ginger kids for some reason. And like
Oh, because they don't have souls.
well, yes, I know. But just every single kid just like finding the maybe 2 gingers in the entire school and isolating them from everybody else. It's like that was probably a little bit of an issue.
True.
Well, see, these teachers that never even had kids in their life are like, I think I understand teenagers because I teach a school. No, you don't understand teenage issues because you don't actually try and solve them. They're the people that do the whole dare thing and then let the dare poster die out in a couple of years because nobody's taking care of it.
I mean,
Internet
Dare
Zen
just
Master.
made things worse.
Internet Zen Master for 5, guarantee you his students have found this dumbass's TikTok and are mocking him relentlessly in their group chats.
100%.
Yep.
There's at least one kid at that school that found this TikTok and shared it around.
It's not right. It's not funny. I don't know who you're doing this for. There are no cameras here. You're not going to blow up on TikTok. You're just making women feel unsafe. Is that what you want to be doing? Is that the life you want to live? Is that the person you want to be?
Yes.
First off, you're at school. Second off, how do you know they're not recording for a TikTok? Everybody's got a phone these days. Like,
I didn't even have social media, and half the jokes I told were just because I wanted to make my friends laugh.
yeah, that's the other thing I was
just
going to
wanna be-
say. They're surrounded by their peers. Who are they doing it for? The 50 other kids in the hallway.
There were probably some girls who thought it was funny too.
Yeah.
When you really think about it.
People, like, underestimate, like, just how psychotic teenage girls can be. Because they're like, no, like, you're making the women of the school feel unsafe. First off, they're not women. They're teen girls. Second off, they probably find it kind of funny.
Heck, what is it? There was that viral clip of that one girl. I think it was Omegle or whatever. And what ended up happening was that her and her friends were just going on Omegle saying the N-word.
Yeah.
Like, they do this stuff, they just don't do it in front of you compared to teenage boys.
Yeah, they're typically a lot more quiet about it, but they still do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they do. I don't think that's who they want to be. So let's remind them of that.
They don't want to be you.
You are like the first person listen, everyone thinks they're going to grow up to be the super hot, cool people. They do not want to grow up to be like you.
Well, just in general, nobody wants to grow up to be an authority figure that's in their life, basically. When you're a kid.
Yeah.
Like, when you're a kid, nobody's like, God, I really want to grow up and be exactly like my mom and dad. Maybe when you get older, you're like, you know what? My mom and dad were good people. I would like to be like them. When you're 13, the idea that you could grow up and even look remotely similar to either of your parents is a horrifying prospect. It's literally a horror trope in children's shows. There's an entire scene in Goofy Movie where Max has a nightmare about growing up to be his dad.
Well, you see, these are just movies. I don't really consume the movies as if these are what I'm actually watching and are into. 'Cause again, this is what these people don't get. Like, we have shows, we have TV, we have all this stuff, and you can understand the complexities of something like Black Mirror, but you can't understand something like a Goofy Movie that relates to the actual teen audience that you're supposed to be growing up with.
Exactly.
Like, oh.
Ugh.
Let's actually take the effort to remind them of who they want to be in life. And then hold a mirror up to them and say, is that who you're being?
They don't want to be you. Like, that's your mistake here. You're like, I'm gonna teach them how to be more like me. They don't want that. They are active. If you tell them that, they're gonna actively go out and commit a crime. In horror, thinking if they don't, they're gonna end up like you.
If anything, he looks like the type of guy the students would spread rumors about, like malicious rumors about. I ain't saying what type of rumors, but you know what I'm talking about.
You're the teacher that the kids are saying is staring at the girls' asses.
Yeah.
We had a teacher like that in middle school that we unironically spread the most malicious rumors about. And then I got out of middle school. And a couple years later, he got fired because he was doing the creepy things we said he was doing, except with a boy.
Well,
so we were half right. Got halfway there. Apparently, all of us had absolutely broken gaydar because looking at like a picture of him, like as an adult, I'm like, yeah, no, he was fruity as fuck. I don't know how we missed that one.
You know, it's just like I think that kids now probably have a more accurate gaydar than we had in our youth, especially since, well, I don't even think it's more accurate gaydar. It's just people don't hide it anymore.
True.
Yeah.
Or you could tell if they're faking it just because they want attention.
He went after a boy despite the rumors. Wolfsbane for 2 was the only boy in class one time in high school. Never again. That sounds like hell.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
I don't think so,
You were
bud.
in every guy's fantasy, and then you were like, nope, never again. Nope, don't want it. Nope, nope.
But yeah, that was his whole thing. He's like, the teenage boys are not okay, and we have to fix them by shame. Good luck with
This is
that,
the
buddy.
type of- This is the type of guy who, if he ever actually had kids, would go to a parenting book and be like, how to solve my kids' issues. And then the kid would literally be like years later, yeah, you never talked to me, that's why.
Oh my
the
God,
only
he's in a
book that you should
BuzzFeed
ever
article.
pick up-
Not a book. You know what? It's never mind. Birds of a feather do surely flock together.
His
like,
TikTok
honestly,
at the
the only
time of
book
this
that you need
article
to pick
got
up
1 million
like-
views.
Jesus.
I bet you was from
You know-
other teachers just like him.
Oh my God. See, this is why you students act like a fucking fool in class. And then all the good teachers just leave because they can't handle students acting like fucking fools in class.
Yep.
One of the replies from a teacher, 100% happening in middle school. The Diddy jokes never end despite my efforts.
Okay, first off, the Diddy joke. Listen, Diddy was a horrible person, but I'm still gonna make fun of the fact that his son just revealed that his second or third mansion had a lot more of the drugs and arms that they had. Like, which, by the way, that actually did happen. Apparently, his son made a mixtape and was like, "You didn't even check the other mansions for what we had."
Is his TikTok still up?
Oh, man,
His account
made
is
it-
private. Yeah, his account can't be seen anymore.
Oh, I heard too many Diddy blood. No, the Diddy blood jokes were actually unfunny. The Diddy, like the actual Diddy jokes, were actually funny because they were at Diddy and his son's expense.
Yeah. Niners and Master for 5. No one wants to be maidenless cigarette like this guy. I'm an introvert by choice, and I'm pretty sure my socially awkward ass has more riz than him. I
Yeah.
will say, for some reason, I seem to have like infinite riz, but I never find out about it until like months after. And the girl is like, I really liked you for like months, and you just never reciprocated. And I'm like, I didn't fucking know. Nobody told me.
Mizu is the femboy harem protagonist.
When I first heard this message, so many things came to mind, and one of them was Dandadan. Although this anime is
You know, I forgot we were watching her video for a minute.
And all that had to do with Dandadan.
is nowhere near extreme
Can we leave now?
We're almost done. We're getting close.
Oh.
as other examples given, I can see how it plays a part. The low standard of humor amongst the anime community is representative of the people in it, and the way we kinda dismiss disturbing imagery in this space is pretty concerning. And although anime has a diverse following, and a lot of it, in my opinion, is not for children viewership, without a doubt, young teenage boys are the target demographic for most anime, especially shonen. Women being
Oh
Yeah.
No way.
How did you not
Shonen
know?
For teenage boys?
man, I should have known. Shonen translates to boy. More at 11.
Also,
You know,
thank you, Timp, for the raid. Hi, Raiders.
I wonder who she thinks the shoujo genre is for. I wonder
Oh
if
my
it, could it be for girls?
No, it's for my dog down the street.
Actually, no, not shoujo. Shouju. Who's the shouju for? Clearly me. I need it.
The shouju and the signing.
Stripped,
gonna
nearly
give the show-
raped, getting beat up, or any kind of demoralizing aspect should not be seen as fan service. It encourages misogyny and makes people less sympathetic towards women overall. And we have seen this year, especially in the States, and will continue to see, unfortunately, women are held to a very low regard. And yeah, sure.
Okay, first off,
we
number
can
one,
pretend that this
it's never gonna be like Korea. We're never gonna be like at Korea. Number two, she's talking about the probing scene in the beginning of the show. There have been so many series and so many shows, even in America, where a guy gets anal probed. Everybody laughs. Everyone makes fun of it. The moment it's a girl, it's, man, I can't believe we have so many probing jokes.
Yeah.
Also, she's like quoting random Japanese articles. Over half
That
of
aren't-
Japanese women fed up with husbands not doing enough chores. More than half,
And
or
also-
55.3% of wives in Japan were unhappy with the amount of work their husbands did at home. So I have to actually like clarify this, because we have counter studies to these kind of studies, because these kinds of studies have existed for decades now. What is actually happening is women have different expectations for what the completion of a chore is than what men do. So men will like clean the whole house, and women will say they didn't technically do anything because they do not believe they did it to the standard the woman wanted them to do it at.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Hmm.
Not only that, but this is the South China Morning Post. This website feels familiar.
Yeah.
It may it may just be spreading misinformation.
Well, the thing is, I don't doubt it, because we have studies like this in America. Women report that their husbands don't do enough work around the house. And what was funny was these reports were coming out back when women couldn't work. So they were literally at home all day complaining that their husband, who's working a 12-hour shift at a factory, isn't doing enough chores around the house. Like, it's hilariously out of touch. Internet semester 5. This lady would have a heart attack if she watched The Black Lagoon. SCMP is a pro-commie rag.
Okay, first off, you and I both know that nobody in this day and age watches Black Lagoon because everybody complains about not having an adult protagonist, and we did. But you know, these people have the attention span of an ant.
Thank you, Dustblight, for 5. She's the reason why cons in the whole space are how they are. No fun allowed. New fans suck so much. I mean, definitely. The influx of these kind of people are making things just way less fun to deal with.
I don't want to moralize when I want to go have fun with my anime.
Yeah.
But
If I
you
want to
pay
moralize, I just watch an anime that would make me think, and then I would go home.
Exactly.
attention worldwide, women have been collectively expressing.
Okay, you can't talk about South Korean women because South Korea is a shit show for both genders. That country is fucked. There's no fixing them.
Also, I love how she's trying to mix in South Korean women in all these Japanese articles.
Yeah.
It's like not even
and also-
comparable. At least
I also
Japan's
think people
trying.
forget that in South Korea, there's a lot of cults,
Yes.
especially feminist cults, that are just.
Was it? There's a cult where this was it. There's this cult because I know Rotten Mango talked about it, where this one woman calls herself Baby and just has a harem of young men.
Yes,
I
I
would-
remember that.
I also feel like I have to point out that South Korea probably has the worst gender divide in the entire world, even worse than countries where women physically do not have rights. And part of it is just because they have fully banned all porn.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
have supposedly
whole
banned the most objectifying piece of media in the world, according to feminists, and yet you still have the biggest gender divide of any country. Good fucking luck with that.
Yeah. It's like the whole porn ban thing is the reason why. What was that club called again, Kendra? Because since you watch
Burning
Rotten Mango
Sun.
too. Burning Sun. Yes. the porn ban is one of the many reasons why Burning Sun was able to get away with shit as long as they did.
Yeah.
And
It is
bringing
wild.
executives, and bringing other executives of the world to like do all that type of stuff. Like all this stuff happens because people treat people. Listen, I don't like porn as much as like the other guy, but like
I'm the
if
other
it
guy.
leads to stuff like that. It leads to stuff like Burning Sun. Just legalize it. Just legalize it by that point. Like, what is it? It's like the stuff with like when booze was banned back in the day. At some point, I'm kind of sick of my restaurant being destroyed as a protest. Just legalize it.
Yeah.
True.
It's like we honestly just need to use South Korea as an example whenever those puritanical fuckwits over on Twitter is like, oh, we need to ban porn. It's like, look at South Korea. I'm looking at you fucking, what's your name?
Burning Sun, the Nth Room.
No, the Korean dude on Twitter that's just like holier than thou Christian puritanical bullshit.
What is it? Someone's asking, what's the Burning Sun? So the Burning Sun incident was this club called Burning Sun, and the top Korean male celebrities were basically drugging women and basically just left and right, like even just openly if you went to the club, and they would give them out to just any guy who would just look for them. It's like a lot deeper than what I'm like talking about, but let's just say way too many. The only reason why it got uncovered the way it did was because a guy was noticing that a girl was being openly dragged out of the club by this older guy. And that older guy, when the younger guy came to stop him from dragging the girl out, socked him in the face.
Mm-hmm.
That, again, and the employees were helping. Like, everyone was in on it in the club. They had code words for different type of water to represent different type of women. That's how deep it went. And the only reason
auctioning off women openly.
And like that was the first step, the guy who got punched. The next step was because all the celebrities were in like a group chat, like a sort of like Telegraph type group chat. And when you leave the group chat, you were able to delete all traces. But one guy, because he wanted to keep the memory, refused to delete the group chat. And then when his girlfriend thought he was cheating on him, she took his phone to the police to investigate. They refused to investigate it. And then news people went out of their way to like dig in there. And even the news people were like seriously threatened, like deeply for it.
Yeah.
What wasn't the main dude that was leading the entire thing get threatened with either, death or having his entire career ruined?
Yes.
Yeah, no,
and
South Korea's
I finally
fuck chat.
remembered dude's name, fucking Cogman Lee. I used to like him, and then he got super fucking annoying.
Yep.
And it's like, ugh.
Like when I say this, like I'm not even explaining it super well, but when I say this stuff goes deep, it went like way deep.
Yeah.
Also, random side
insane.
fact, South Korea probably has more fake scientific breakthroughs than any other country.
In China?
South Korea.
South Korea.
No, I'm saying even compared to China.
Well, China never actually releases anything to the public, so China just kind of lies about having stuff. South Korea constantly just fakes data and studies to give to scientists.
Dang.
They're like actively sending people on wild goose chases constantly by lying about having done stuff.
Dang.
It's just like the only good news that I seen out of South Korea so far is that ex-President Yoon got life imprisonment for his whole revolt against the government.
Yeah, sounds about right.
True.
This is the same government that slowly kept raising the age rating for Blue Archive.
Oh yeah, there was a bunch of Korean women that were LARPing as Japanese women, trying to like shit on them until they got exposed when X revealed like people's locations.
Lee's followed his pro-censorship stance, which I was surprised at first. I remembered he's Korean. Oh, it's like Cogman Lee likes to try to say that he's not pro-censorship when he really fucking is. He uses his platform as puritanical Christian shitlord that is just like, oh, well, you know, you gotta ban this. This will lead you down the path of the devil. And it's like, dude, shut the
Yep.
fuck
Wait, is
up,
he
please.
that guy with the turtleneck profile picture?
Yes,
I always
that's
thought he was a
him.
loser.
I liked him before, and then I'm like, oh my god, you're fucking annoying. And then
There's
I seen that some of my friends were starting to hang out with him. I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Listen, there's
Shit.
some people with profile pictures where they just radiate loser energy.
Random
Yeah.
Frog Jupiter for 2. In South Korea, you have to have digital ID for using the internet. I know because I had to fake a South Korean ID to play Mabinogi in Korean. They had generators for generating you a South Korean ID. Frog Jupiter for 5. Fun fact, until the 90s, the only political difference between North and South Korea was property rights and Cold War alliances. They both had gulags until the 90s.
Lost their aura, remember -8? Yeah.
Yeah, -8's Korean.
He is, but he's still very active on his what's the Korean YouTube Nutter, I believe.
It's something weird like that.
He's been actively posting on there. His art's still phenomenal, and he recently fucking drew his humanized Pac-Man ghosts again. They're still as cute as they were before.
Yes. Anyways, we're almost done chat.
Was it -8 Indonesian? No, he's Korean.
Yep.
Expressing their aversion to men per their behavior. It's a universal nightmare. And although, like I said, the imagery we see in anime, and specifically Dandadan, can also be seen as pretty disturbing, especially that first episode. Thankfully, thus far, Dandadan's humor is majority dong and ball jokes, but I'm picking up on a misogynistic undertone.
Oh my god.
I don't understand where she's coming from at all, because she's like, I don't understand why she even likes Kid, because she does everything in the show. And then 10 seconds later, anyway, the show is actually really misogynistic and just puts down women.
Again, this anime is like one of probably the most like quote unquote like most of the like crude humor is mostly for boys, because most series has the crude humor be about girls. It's like, I'm not saying you have to like it, but what I'm saying is that people were asking for it. Now that we finally got it, it's like, man, I can't believe we got this. Come on, bro.
Let me know if you've gotten that impression too, or if you think I'm just reaching.
You're reaching.
You're
They
reaching.
juxtapose these jokes with women either being over-sexualized or brutalized. The turbo granny victims, Momo potential grape, the woman and her child, all paired with side quests of finding.
Because these are unique. Because most anime usually have that for the guys.
Also, what are you
it's
talking?
like
She's
turbo-
claiming like the second episode is like it's women being brutalized. Like, yeah, but it's not like fetish material. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That literally everybody cries watching that.
Yeah, it's like if you know, it'd be kind of weird if it was just random fetish material. But
Yeah.
I also did just send Mizu fetish material, so.
Again, it's like, well, you see, there's
When you stop sending me
the weird
nuggets.
sexual- I'm just
Too
like,
bad,
oh
you're
my
gonna get the nuggets and you're gonna like them.
I'm just like, this is dumb. All these complaints are dumb and don't make sense. Again, this is what people have been asking for in anime. And all of a sudden, when we finally get it, like, it's like treating SA seriously, having more male fan service, blah, 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 blah. We finally get that. I can't believe they're appealing to these people. They're still appealing to the chuds and the woke nerds. And I'm just like, we finally got it. And you're still complaining.
Yeah. Internet Zen for 5, dong and ball jokes, but there's a misogynistic undertone. What? This person would die if they watched Goblin Slayer. Also, Okarun lost his balls. Anyways,
Well, you see-
almost done. Close.
Lincoln's balls. Remind me, how is this peak cinema? I truly don't understand how you guys can declare this anime is a masterpiece with a clear conscience. And sure, we're just on episode 9. I mean, for some shows, that's a whole season, but okay, maybe give it time. This introduction, however, It's definitely in its own league, but it does not outshine the greatest of anime like so many of you guys claim. And one more thing, can we get an explanation to why Momo's grandma is so young, hot, and overtly sexualized? Anime is already...
Nobody cares. She's young,
Finally
she's
getting
hot.
Finally getting an adult woman, we're still complaining.
weird.
We get an
with
adult
older
woman
women.
dancer, we're still complaining.
Majority of the time, if they're not 14, they're treated and illustrated like monsters. If she's using some kind of spell like Tsunade in Naruto, for a reason we discover later, I have no problem with that. But then
That is so gay and cringe. If they have an explanation for it, then I'm fine with it. Shut the fuck up.
Maybe we don't have to explain it. Maybe she just wants to look young. Maybe she is young. Who cares? Again, we get an adult woman with fan service. You're still complaining.
Received thus far is that women can't be valuable and non-demonic on the show unless they can be sexualized. Reading between the lines of Dandadan over...
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Look what you did. You broke her again. She had to walk. This is the second time she's had to walk away.
It's so dumb. Women can't do anything unless they're hot. I don't care. Why are you saying that as if I give a shit what you think about them?
I don't like the way female characters are written in the series. It's concerning how much this anime is praised when the issues I see are so blatant. And just because media like this affects us directly, I don't see how other women watch this anime and ignore those red flags, unless they co-sign on these messages behind it, which, as I've learned from this past election, is totally a thing.
You know what?
Oh my god.
We had to bring up Trump.
In the video right here. In the video right here. This has to be like the worst anime review ever. And we literally saw someone literally like just bully Cyberpunk last time.
Just know I'm looking at them like I look at the girls who are always trying to pretend like going to the strip club with your boyfriend is so much fun. Sure, Jan. But yeah.
You did not use a Sure Jan meme in this video was released in 2024. You did not use a fucking Sure Jan meme in the year of our Lord 2024, 2025.
That's such a weird comparison. Where did you even come up with that?
Those have been my thoughts and opinions. Once again, this is not a personal attack. I just want to express why I wasn't clicking with this anime since so many of you guys are. I was feeling left out. And this holiday, while I was cooking, I was thinking intensely about what I don't like about it. Then I saw episode 9, and yeah, it was a wrap. But if you want to fight about it, meet me in the comments. Just keep it cute. That's all I ask. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please check out my other videos. I will see you in the next one. Bye.
So how do we feel?
I was
hate
not
it.
expecting this much from a 22-minute video. And yet, I got more.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, she has a second video.
How about let's not watch that.
Oh, we could save that for later.
One at a time.
We can save it for never. It's okay.
Is she actually mad that Luton loves Adam and Has Been Hotel? Luton love with Adam, seriously? Has Been Hotel 2 analysis? Is that
I kind of want to see what her opinion on the V's are. It's like, I'm sorry. I haven't even watched a single episode of season 2 because I can't be bothered unless Mizu forces me to watch it, because that's the only way I watched any of season 1. But from the music, the V's have the best songs and probably is the most interesting thing.
This video was terrible, and like a childhood trauma type of terrible.
Yeah.
That's how terrible this was.
Souls vibes for 5. Anime tourist sure do love to bring up Trump when it has absolutely nothing to do with him. Gatekeeping should have been a heavy thing. And Internet Zen Master for 10. The person complaining about the grandma being hot. I'm just going Kyoko. Kyoko is a resurrected zombie in Inuyasha, yet is attractive. Spoiler, mangakas like drawing attractive characters.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? Women don't like to look old.
There's like zero
it.
agreement in her replies. I find that very funny because normally these videos have like a bunch of yes men. There's like zero agreement.
Like it's just one. This video sounds like it's just wanting to be contrarian for the sake of contrarianism. The only time Trump was in a manga was Death Note. No, Trump appeared in Baki too. He got socked in the face.
Yeah, I think somebody says, I think the relationship between Ken and Momo looks one-sided because you're only focusing on the good things Momo does in it while actively brushing everything Ken does aside as, quote, bare minimum. And then he writes like a big essay. People are writing like huge essays to this to be like, yeah, you're wrong about everything.
Good. This video was terrible.
I hated it.
I'm surprised it didn't blow up on Twitter for being how terrible it is.
You know, it's okay. It doesn't have to blow up on Twitter. It's fine. And somehow we still find them.
She really didn't reply to many people.
You don't want a bag of bones? I want to become a bag of bones. That way I won't be able to hear this video again.
I want to become a bag of bones.
Oh gosh, like there's genuine, like literally, there's genuine, like there's actual manga. Like I was literally talking about it last time. We were talking, like, was on Akko stream, and how we're like seeing like the author of Death Note, like would actually be like a real misogynist in like the manga anime sphere. That's real misogyny. This is literally just complaining that a teenage boy is a teenage boy. Like the Death Note author literally had a segment where one of his female characters literally stated, I hope gay marriage is legalized so that you don't come after me, to a lesbian character. That's real misogyny. That's real, like, actual, like, genuine problematic things in manga and anime. And yet we're going after the basic bear shonen.
Yeah, this was painful. But I hope chat enjoyed our pain and suffering.
Yeah.
Chat, I'm gonna see if I can send you guys off somewhere. I would keep going a bit, but there are some things I need to do around the homestead.
And also, if we did another 30-minute video, we'd be here for 2 hours.
Oh yeah, I'd put myself down.
But we'll watch Addie's new video another time, because she made a video about fandoms and gatekeeping. So
We'll see how that goes.
I hear it's
Anyways, bye everybody. We'll see you guys later.
bye.
Don't forget tomorrow's movie night in the Discord. Right now we're making Akka watch Gravity Falls because they've never seen it.
Gravity Falls is so fucking peak, and it showed me how to decipher ciphers when I was a kid.
Oh, Nasco, you poor soul. Thank you for the super chat right to the end there. But it says, "Hello, what are we seeing this idiot? Are we seeing this time?" I'm so sorry, hun. We have already watched them.
don't call the VTuber that we're rating into an idiot. That's mean. No, I'm just kidding.
Bye, everybody. Be good.
Bye, guys.